Hello everyone, welcome back to Session 2 of Kingdom Hearts Buff by Sleep, which is also Session 2 of Terra Story, so...
Yeah!
Alright, so first off, minigame land, because this... I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Disney Town. It is kind of...
We're reaching the section of worlds that I do enjoy, and for anybody who's not a fan of minigame land, thankfully, for each of the stories, you only have to play through one minigame and you're done. And out of all of them, Terra's minigame is my favorite because it's a kart racer.
Back there. I mean it. The name's Terra.
Actually, speaking about the minigames themselves, I think all three minigames in this one are actually pretty decent. Okay, do you want to talk about the minigames now, or only the ones that apply to the character?
I think the ones that apply to the character.
Okay, so
I do think Terra's is the best one out of all of them, I will say that.
Yeah, because Terra's is a kart racer.
Yeah.
Which automatically makes his the most accessible.
Yeah.
You must be the chump who made me miss it.
Now, you want to make an argument for how his car controls. I think you have a pretty high ground to stand on, because I think that also depends on the person that actually played it. And the track. I think on some tracks it's fine, but for tracks that require a tight turn, because I've done all of them, that's when I just go, okay.
Well, I can't say racing interests
Getting a little too ambitious here.
A little bit.
Tell me what I've got to do.
Also, best character. Come on, best character.
Because you missed every opportunity with him in 2.
Best character. Best character. Am I allowed to say what happens to him?
Well, it does happen in Terra's story, I think, doesn't it?
To become a racer?
No, I believe it happens in Aqua's.
I'm not sure which one it happens in.
Yay! Terra's gonna be a new racer.
Because for some odd reason, I remember that it can happen in all three of theirs, but I think it depends on who goes there last. I don't know why I remember that. And that could also probably be wrong.
I feel like that would be wrong, because I feel like that would be a lot of work for, you know...
I also don't think the order that they come in matters. If anybody wants to correct me on the order that the characters appear in this world, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Because I know of the other worlds, Disney Town is the only one that is a little bit confusing, because I think the order is just whatever.
Yeah.
Also, what I really like about this, sorry for doing so much talking, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
What I really like about Disney Town is that I feel like that out of out of all the Disney worlds, it might be from Disney World's the one that puts it feels like, oh yeah, you're in Disney World, Disneyland. Disney Town is the one that I think captures that feeling the most.
I guess I'd still like Disney Castle probably the most from 2. I think just because even though the world is very, very short, there's just something about it I really, really like about it. I think it's a little, sometimes the platforming in this world is a little iffy. Like that one section in particular, I think you know the one.
The underground, underground. Well, honestly, I think because of Terra's air dash, it makes the underground section for him the easiest, because he can boost over everything. He can boost over the noise. He can just boost past all of it. Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie, what's up?
Not much. Looks like we're in Disney World.
Disneyland!
Oh, by the way, Sophie, just to mention, I want to keep out one Ruby thing out of the way. seen it yet.
Yeah, I see first member episodes, so yes.
Okay, good. And at last, it was my turn! It was my turn to pop off! I waited for this and I was rewarded! And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
No, because I can't
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, this volume is actually really, really good.
Oh yeah, it is, no doubt about it.
Admittedly, with Ruby, I've kind of said this on a while. It's like I don't hate it, I don't love it. I'm very mad to it. I'm very, very casual, like observer, not really of a. It's. I'm trying to find the best. I'm trying to find the best way to describe it without pissing people off on both camps.
You're probably in the same boat for Ruby that I am with JoJo.
Just casual observer.
I'm very casual when it comes to my enjoyment of the series. I like what what I see, but not enough to become a super duper diehard fan.
Even though I do have both big highs and big lows with the series, one of the big lows I always feel like being Blake, for me personally. Just throwing that out there right now.
Listen, Patrick.
Thank you.
Patrick, as a massive Ruby fan, don't worry. I get it, because your reason for not liking her is probably a similar reason that I don't like her, because it connects to a larger problem.
I like how there's just this mutual understanding of it, and we don't even have to say what it is.
Patrick, you understand? Go on.
I think it's weird because I know in the first few volumes Blake was like one of the most interesting characters, but then the previous seasons, her problems really start to.
Well, I'd say it's season 2 onwards that you really notice it for me.
Listen, here's the short version of the answer. Here's the short version of the answer. You talk about discrimination a lot, but where is it?
Exactly! the fun are always like demonized by people and stuff like that. Meanwhile, they seem to be just fine in the world. No one ever really brings it up.
Like the only thing is like, oh no, that bunny girl is getting harassed.
Well, and then there's Menagerie, which after thinking about it and seeing what it really is, I have a better understanding. I have a way better understanding of Menagerie than what I originally did do. Because Menagerie is not a town; it's just one giant village. Because they can't actually have a town on that island.
See ya.
When you think about it as just one giant village, then you really see the problem. Then you really see the problem of actually living here.
It's like I would say about the new volume without spoiling anything. It works because they really took all the criticism from the last few volumes to heart and actually tried to improve.
Listen, we're actually going.
What's that progression?
Yeah.
Listen, we're going places. Even though Noah makes a joke about it. At least we're finally leaving the house.
Oh look, there's the Great Divide. Let's keep walking. Essentially what it is.
Meanwhile, Mario Kart looks great.
But steering is god awful.
I was thinking about Mario Kart. Interesting fact. Tesla at one point wanted to have Mario Kart be playable in their cars.
What?
Tesla tried to talk a deal with Nintendo to have give you the ability to play actual Mario Kart in their cars. And Nintendo was really interested.
There are several problems with that approach.
Listen, I ripped my Tesla car. I feel like playing Mario Kart. Let me just boot it up. Boop, boop. Now as you drive, your kids can enjoy Mario Kart in the back seat.
I just realized Huey Dewey Louie isn't here, I guess.
Yeah. Listen, this is old Huey Dewey Louie. I don't care about the
I don't
old
think they
Huey
even
Dewey
have.
Louie. The new Huey Dewey.
I don't think they even have like vocal lines in this game.
No, they do.
Okay.
They do. You'll see. They actually speak in Ben's story.
Reed. Vote?
Can we have a good
What are you talking
video
about?
game
Choose the
cartoons that isn't Mario and Sonic that is ongoing?
I was about to say F-Zero.
I had two answers ready, but then you said ongoing.
Exactly.
Okay, by the way, I posted earlier of like people already wanting to ban Meta Knight in Smash Ultimate and stuff like that. I think I found a character who is actually broken. Take a look at that.
The award is supposed to help us appreciate how much we all look out
The
for
Is
serious
this-
atrocity that Patrick has descended upon us.
I know for sure. I'm voting for Terra. Your racing really saved the day against those monsters.
Alright. There's a Sonic and an Olimar.
Well, I got something on it too.
Oh no!
I think someone is actually broken.
Oh no! The 06 glitch strikes again.
Just Olimar causes you. Olimar, I didn't know Olimar's side B caused you to T-pose.
It's not he. No, please, he's already dead.
Going back to Prep by Sleep, each of the characters who visits Disney Town learns like a small little Disney lesson. Which is
Now,
why
holiday.
which is
The real world.
yeah, which is why I say that Disney Town really feels the most Disney, because the lessons that they all learn, I feel like you could also learn the same lesson if we were watching the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Well, now we're at.
Come inside, it's fun. It's
Well,
fun.
No, now we're at Olympus
mean-
Coliseum.
I would say for Disney Town, out of all like the mini game worlds, I think that one works the most.
Stay back.
Because you can actually explore the world and
See,
whatnot.
I guess for me,
Yeah.
I like 100 Acre Wood more because I get better rewards from it.
Also, welcome to the smallest.
Yeah, man, we get one new part of Olympus Coliseum right down here, and that's it.
Yeah.
This is our town, ladies and gentlemen.
But the trade-off is we also get our only Final Fantasy cameo.
So weird. That's like it.
I mean, Olympus Coliseum doesn't even work as an arena world because there's also the
Yeah,
other
there's the
thing.
Mirage Arena.
But literally, Olympus Coliseum is here for the sake
Because
of
Olympus Coliseum
continuity.
has to be in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Okay, actually, it does. It's actually pretty. It actually makes sense considering that we do have a young Herc canon.
Yeah.
So yeah. Agreed, Jojo. Agreed.
Yep. And it's weird to think that we're like now about just a month and a half at this point, like away from 3.
Listen, Patrick, you don't understand. What's weird is that Kingdom Hearts 3 is
It's done.
finished. It's finished.
It's an actual game.
We live in a world where Kingdom Hearts 3 is done.
Will they stop making the story convoluted? The answer is probably
No.
no. So I'm worried what convoluted bullshit KH3 is gonna come up.
Also, I realize that next year Disney is gonna rule the world. Let me tell you how. Captain Marvel, Avengers Infinity Wars Part 2, Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo.
I would say Dumbo looks interesting, but other live action.
They're
Like,
gonna rule the world next year.
and DreamWorks is gonna temporarily rule February because of dragons,
Okay.
but that's about it.
I out of all I am the least interested in that one, which is a shame. I really liked the first
They were too
movie,
much for
and
me.
I was pretty okay with the second one.
I'm just gonna have to train harder.
I mean, I'm more
pretty
interested
tough.
in the
You really handle
in the
those
last
things.
movie
Are you
because
here to hear the games?
there is stated that it's
What
going to
games?
end the same way as the book series is
They're
gonna
the
be.
games
So I'm
games.
kind of interested
It's
in
to
how
see
they're
who's
going to handle
strongest.
that
One
plot
day,
point.
I'm gonna win them all and become a true hero.
Kindly different is.
It's weird because it's not like the second movie degraded in quality.
No,
for the first one.
Coliseum's just up ahead.
From a production standpoint, the second movie is still a fantastic movie. Like oh my goodness, that movie is gorgeous to look at. But I think story-wise, my problem with that movie was the mother. In the sense that it's a character that they tell you is awesome, but we never get to see that.
No, I still feel.
I mean, I with the little scenes they did, it does show.
Yeah, I think
it
they
off.
showed just enough for me.
That, and I would say the Dragon series is really helped by the TV series of both the first movie
I
and the
haven't really
second movie,
seen the
'cause-
Netflix like TV series stuff yet.
I saw the TV series that came out before the
The
Netflix.
Cartoon Network one.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that, well, technically the Netflix one is superior, of course. Though I do admit it does get a bit too melodrama at times, but it's still really good.
You wanna know, but is it superior on Netflix? Daredevil.
Rip. Rip.
Oh, I heard the news. So sad.
Listen, guys, you don't understand. Daredevil 4 is going to give us the authentic Daredevil experience because we won't be able to see it.
Yeah, about that Amazon Keyblade, the fact that it was the Japanese exclusive first, and also the
It's a
fact that
7-Eleven
it was
Keyblade.
premiered during that was supposed
No, like.
to premiere when there's a world premiere trailer, and then Square Enix just, okay, we're gonna save that trailer, so just put a recap.
No, I love that in Japan it's a 7-Eleven Keyblade like design that Amazon is now having for the US. Like, okay.
Am I right? Of course I'm right. Anyway, bad idea.
Wait,
Hi, Hades. I forgot. You arrived.
Darkness.
Guy, it's a little personification of hell.
He sees Terra. Oh, look, a fool! I love
You
fools!
wanna play a game?
Get all self-conscious and refuse to face it. The
Want to play a
darkness
game?
will run over you like
Yes.
a debutante at a toga sale. And then where are you? Nowhere. Now me, I live
So you're the
and
world
I
of the
see
dead.
potential.
Yeah, I definitely trust you. It's like the old Greek
Your
mythology.
hands literally feel like a bunch of dead people are all clawing over my skin. This is the guy I want to trust.
If anybody knows conquering, I know conquering.
Well, let's hear it.
I'm sorry, Terra, but you trust the modern Hades,
How do I
and
call
nobody
it
likes the modern Hades.
What was that face
They're
that
evil.
Hades just did? What the hell was that?
I know.
You know what, Sophie? I
Hey,
agree with
Lord
you.
Hades
I
is a
think
game,
that
and hey,
classic
you
Hades
guys
has
will
better
live to
games.
learn in the heat of battle.
What was that face, man?
Here to guide you every step of the
Just
way.
tell it.
It's like his eyebrows
It's
just
like-
disappeared all of a sudden. Like, what the hell?
Listen, man, he can't help. Listen, man, he sees a fool. He got excited. It's like, ooh.
I'm angry on the inside.
You wanna know what I'm mad at today?
You wanna know what's bullshit?
Toei's marketing for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, so what did they do?
They spoiled a character that they should have saved before when the movie comes out. I mean, honestly, if you were paying attention to the marketing they were doing beforehand, they hinted at this character. They hinted at the character, but they never outright say, "Yeah, he's there." And the last trailer, they just like, "Yeah, he's there. Here's footage."
Real.
Oh, so basically the Pokemon trailers. Good to
real
know.
quick. I need somebody to grab a quick guide. For melding, I need to figure out what your between like Second Chance Once More and Leaf Racer. Which do I get out of Kirago with which material?
Well, Second Chance of What's More, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but I need to figure out which stone I have to use to get it, because it doesn't link. I remember it specifically doesn't link up with an HP related skill or anything like that.
Leaf Racer, Second Chance are pulsing, and What's More is Wellspring.
Okay, pulsing with Kiraga.
But for cure, you make a cure, right?
Kiraga.
Speaking of which, someone else is here. Hi.
I was wondering when I could say something.
Hello.
Hello.
During about
Hello,
Do you have Fira or Blue?
I'm about to form Kiraga.
And you make the Kiraga that the one that you're going to, I think the only one you can give right now is Second Chance.
Alright, and that's.
I don't see. Let me hang on.
Because
I don't think that's what you got.
This is why the ability system in Birth by Slave sucks!
Kiraga doesn't even get you leap. Kiraga won't get you leap.
Okay, so then
Bracer.
it's once.
Leap racer or second
So
chance.
it's once more.
Or once more.
Really, none of them.
Nope. Nope.
Huh.
Do you have arrow on you? Do you have arrow?
I don't think yet I do.
No, Kiraga can give you Second Chance.
I don't see that. I'm looking it up and I don't see that.
I see. I'm looking at it's right in front of my face. I'm looking at it.
Okay, well I just used it, so.
Pixar didn't happen.
Anyway, as I was saying earlier, just so you guys are, because Jason was the only one here, so as a heads up, we are not doing a Kingdom Hearts session next Saturday, because you all know damn why. You all know the exact reason why.
Or are we doing? Also, I would also recommend not doing it next Thursday either, because not only is that launch, that's right before midnight launch, the Game Awards is happening, and I'm sure.
Oh, that's Game Awards night?
Game Awards night! Oh yeah, baby! Fortnite for best ongoing game. Let's go! Pew, pew, pew,
I guess we'll stream that. I mean, it's not. I don't really care about who wins Game of the Year or anything like that. I just care about the announcements.
I just want to see the announcements. That being said, though, I am very peeved that Splatoon 2 was not nominated for best ongoing game. Fuck you guys.
Say that.
I mean, Alexandra. Is it Fortnite? No.
Okay.
Who cares? Pew, pew, pew,
I'll just say. I'll just say on nomination.
Yeah, no
I'll say on nominations, I think should have been there to begin with. One, Sonic Fox for best esport should have been there. Ongoing compet.
Is there?
No, he's not.
He is for best esports moment. He
Not for best esports player or anything like.
Player.
Oh. Okay.
Then ongoing game, I honestly think Melee should be in there at this point. I really do think so.
Melee.
Because Melee.
I think they mean a game. I think their criteria is a game that's still getting updates.
But it still has a better competitive base than a lot of other games are right now.
So that's not their criteria. Their criteria is this a game that is still getting updates? That's the biggest criteria. Which is why I'm angry Splatoon didn't get it.
Patrick, I have a question. I have a question for you. Okay, did Melee come out of the current year?
20XX. It's always the current. 20XX is always the current year.
Curses.
And then the big one, Xenoblade not getting nominated for anything, like.
Ouch.
That one hurts. That one hurts.
Yeah.
There's one game in the RPG category that I honestly think shouldn't be there, because I don't consider it an RPG at all.
Which one?
Monster Hunter World.
I'm gonna bet dollars and dimes that thing is gonna actually win, which it did.
I mean, I don't really care about any of the games that have not. I think 2018 was kind of a.
Hold your chariot horse.
But Octopath.
True.
But I love Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World is a fantastic game. It's also nominated for Game of the Year. That is Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man's probably gonna win it. I feel.
Red Dead is going to win it. Let's be real here.
Meanwhile, God of War is just sitting in the corner.
The games that I think, see, honestly, I know everyone jokes around about Data Boy, but I honestly think God of War does deserve Game of the Year.
God of War it takes up 5 categories. Well, the game takes up 4. The studio is but the studio is also in best studio.
I'm rooting for God of War just because of mythology reasons, and I like.
I guess for me when I played it, I don't know, it didn't click with me. Of God of War, so.
Listen, boy.
Also, Prankster, if Spider-Verse does not get at least an Oscar nomination for Best Animated Feature, I'm going to
It's not
riot.
going to, and you know it, unfortunately.
Sophie, do you have it? Sophie, do you have?
Even then, it's
do you have
gonna lose
any,
to The Incredibles too because it's a Pixar
Yeah.
movie.
Do you have any extra pitchfork? Don't worry, I'll be right there with you.
I'm sorry, if you look at that track, even if the movie didn't have 100% on Rotten Tomato, that deserves a nomination alone for the animation
I guess
style.
let's talk about the Figure Game Awards that we actually care about. Announcements. What do we think? Prime 4, Bayo 3 is like my biggest hope of like we get something.
Have Nintendo ever had two big announcements at the Game Awards?
I mean, I don't think they're going. I think they're saving Three Houses for a.
I don't feel
for
like
an
big.
April
Oh,
or
yeah,
so.
that'll
I'm
have
not-
its own
I feel like Three Houses isn't a good thing to show at.
Well,
The,
Fire was getting his own expo in Japan. So.
I feel like at the Game
Yeah,
Awards,
man.
Nintendo wants to show something that isn't quite in their usual MO, so stuff like Bayo 3 or Prime 4 I think would have a better audience there as well.
In terms of games, the only one I'm actually really expecting is Metroid Prime 4. Other than that, surprised me.
I mean, I would say Soul Calibur 6, but wait a minute. That's been like a big for...
That's been released.
Or maybe they make curveballs and already have the trailer for the first DLC character that's not Piranha Plant.
For Smash, no.
For Smash, no.
I feel like they're doing it in a direct.
Piranha Plant isn't even finished
Yeah.
yet. They're not going to be showing off new DLC.
I'm just saying who was the first character. I didn't
They-
say. I'm just
But why
saying.
announce it if they're not going to show
I-
something?
I mean, show
Yeah.
it. Just forget I said it.
Also, Patrick, if it makes you feel any better, Sonic Box did win Best Esports Player at the Golden Joystick.
Which, you know, is probably honestly the more credible award show in my opinion.
I mean that's JoJo. That's why I want Spider-Verse to get a nomination, just to show that Sony, hey, you should do this and not Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
Also, between joysticks and the Game Awards, I actually like the Game Awards a bit more.
Game Awards just in terms of...
Oh
well,
yeah, guys, did you guys hear the special guest? It's not gonna be Chick Hydro Man this time. You know who it is?
No, I didn't hear.
The Muppets! Pepe the Spider
What?
Not kidding! Muppets!
Okay.
Alright,
So that means Sora is getting announced at
Sooner or
Smash
later.
at the Game Awards, so confirmed.
I mean, sooner or later, the Muppets are going to at least invade every Game Award, every live show, every Oscar, every Annie. The Muppets will be in everything.
You know what I'm thinking? They looked at the direct where they started the when it did initial announcement for Star Fox Zero. They're looking at the direct. It was like, oh huh, that worked with Nintendo. The Jim Henson thing worked with Nintendo. Let's do it
I mean,
here.
to get back to my thing of just, I feel like Game Awards right now just still feels very unorganized. The biggest thing it's got for right now is its announcements, but I feel like its credibility as an actual award show still has a long way to go.
So glad you failed.
Well, the thing that I respect about the Game Awards is the fact that the Game Awards is something that the industry themselves actually came up with, because the Game Awards used to be like the Game Awards on Spike TV, and so they eventually grew up with there and did its own thing. And I know that some people don't like the Game Awards.
I think for me it's right
but
now they
some
still...
people also don't like the Oscars or any other awards.
To me,
either,
it's
so,
that
you know,
they still clearly show a lot of bias towards stuff, and that they need to get some kind of standardized formalities in there, because you remember last year with that one guy?
The
Yeah.
Oscars guy.
Yeah, but I'm also saying that the Oscars are also
Mind you, he's not wrong, but
Like,
still.
that's the, like, when you have an award show, you want some kind of level of professionalism, you know?
I mean, I'll give Jeff, like I said, to Jason's point, I'll give Jeff Keighley this. At least the head of it actually knows what he's talking about in terms of games. He actually is a gamer, so
yeah,
I'll give them that.
Yeah, because he's he cares a lot about it.
I guess it's just, I just want to see more professionalism and, like, feel like if they're going to be this big thing for the game industry, I actually feel like they listen to the game industry more, I guess is my kind of take on it.
And also, I guess my stand that just makes me like the Game Awards.
Oh, clutch! Oh my gosh!
I guess where my ultimate stance for the Game Awards is the fact that other fields in the entertainment world have their own space to celebrate their own thing. Like Oscars is like the Oscars, but games never really had a public space to also to celebrate itself.
I guess it's still.
And we finally have that, and I really
I guess
appreciate
it's one
that.
of those. It still feels like it because of how poorly I feel like a lot of stuff in the event is run. So until that ever gets fixed, I feel like it just might as well be kind of thing, you know?
Oh, what happened there? You just flew out into space and then
Yeah,
Yeah, magic. Shut up.
Terra's not
Terra
magic.
is good magic.
Or just, or we're just.
You think that
continuing
hair
to-
comes naturally? Nah, man. Magic.
Here goes.
Today's Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like
6 more days, boys!
And-
I mean,
Hey,
judging
I'm not
from
a boy.
judging from my final grade, I'm totally free Friday, so I can just go in the morning to Target and just buy it
See,
immediately.
I wish I didn't have my final class on Friday morning, but I might be able to get, if it is my final class, I might be able to actually get out kind of early. I might be able to do that.
I have to work Friday, but so I only work for 3 hours.
So yeah,
I'm working from home.
I have the full
the
day to
stream
myself.
plan is once I am able to start streaming, I'm going to stream me doing a few classic modes and World of Light and all that at the start, and then later that night, once people start getting off of work and stuff like that, that's when the multiplayer is gonna start. Because I need to unlock as many people as I can before that.
According to what I heard, they said if you're pretty skilled with Smash Brothers, it should only take you a couple of hours
Yeah.
to unlock everybody.
Yeah.
We gotta have one long session then. Yeah.
Like, you guys don't have to be here for all of that, but I'm gonna be here.
It's not. Hey, just for the record, like I remember Tom Fox saying he's streaming for a whopping doing a full 24-hour stream with us. So.
Alright, so be careful going into this because Zach's actually pretty hard in that second fight.
Let me get Kiraga on.
Mostly
Whenever
whenever he does his rush attack.
Speaking
Whenever I
of,
hear,
go on.
sorry, but whenever I hear someone stream for a whole 24 hours, I'm reminded of that one video in which the guy fell asleep on Majora's Mask, and the moon fell, and everybody died because he fell asleep.
That's great. Jason?
We kind of, well, I don't want to say we skipped over Zach because we saw Zach but haven't been officially introduced to
Funny
proper
story about
Zach
that,
yet.
but you're done with that.
We haven't officially been introduced to proper Zach. But in terms of Zach as a cameo, I only know about Final Fantasy VII. I know nothing about any of like the prequel or sequel games from Final Fantasy VII. I just know that Zach is important to Cloud's story, but I never played Zach's game.
Cloud.
Joe, who isn't planning on
game
streaming
is
Smash
7,
Ultimate? Me, because I can't stream.
That's why you guys are gonna be
have a cast
streaming with me, essentially, at this point, because multiplayer madness.
Alright, so continuing to what I was saying, I think one of my funniest things about a streamer who went through Kingdom Hearts blind is that when he got to this, he completely called out Zach like right away, but the entire chat was so determined not to say, yes, that's Zach, that even until the credits, they're saying, what made you think that's Zach?
I don't know.
Just became the running joke. Just became the running joke, even after Zach had long been revealed. It's
So,
just
can
like,
I just say Zach also looks really dumb in that
Yes.
video?
Yes, he does.
well, it's a Spartan helmet, what can you do?
I mean, I'm saying, okay, I know this guy is probably a Final Fantasy
Looks
rep.
dumb with a Spartan helmet. Take that, Michigan State.
Take that, like,
It's funny because Patrick's from
every state has a school that uses the Spartan as a mascot because no one's creative.
It's like every season a bulldog.
It's also funny because I know just enough about sports to understand what
The one thing I am jealous of Michigan State is their esports arena. When we went there for Smash Bros, like, oh god,
They have an esports arena? Yo!
I was just like, oh, I am jealous. I am jealous of them. Because, like, they even got a full, like, esports, like, commentator booth and all that. Like, come on.
The way video games are struggling to get recognition on tournaments worldwide, these esports guys are already one step ahead of us.
Try! I don't know what you're talking about. Just move to South Korea.
Move to South Korea.
Don't think that'll do much.
Move to South Korea. Pretend you're 17. Pwn everybody. Everyone thinks you're cheating, and then you ban everyone else because you weren't cheating.
You know what else I think is kind of interesting that Zack of all people actually gets to redesign in relation to the world he
Yeah.
He's supposed to look younger.
Well, I guess it.
But he also has an art style similar.
Well, I guess also in terms, Cloud technically got redesigned for.
If not because he was in Olympus Coliseum, it was because they couldn't bring Vincent in.
But it's still. Oh yeah. Speaking of which,
Yes.
Oh my god.
Also, somewhat related, I want to mention this before you start quoting everything and this becomes a shit show faster. I've actually gotten ways into Final Fantasy VII myself. I just got to Mount Corel's prison. I want to say, one of the most surprising things is that Team 4-Star did not make up the story about the breeding experiment.
Oh no! He was actually trying to breed Red 13.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII's a weird game.
Then I quickly realized they have a lot more to worry about when the remake than
Yeah.
I thought.
Like that cross-dressing Cloud.
Cross-dressing Cloud is very tame compared to that shit.
Terra, no, not Terra.
I mean,
Cloud and Tifa fucking right before the final boss fight.
But I mean, I was just saying, we're bringing up Cloud's
So
costume.
Tad, about that witch attack.
What the fuck?
Just for talking shit about me, Terra.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
And there's Omni Slash. She lost a star.
Hell, I'm sure someone could clip it and they will be for certain. I told you.
Like Bahamut of the world.
I'll never stop giving you that dollar, Pat.
I made it up for I brought all that still don't make up for it. I also got you Bahama Fighters Z. Actually, it's Bahama Fighters, but I'll take it.
Better summon at
I mean,
the end of this series.
I mean, now that Zack is like drawn in the way of Olympus Coliseum, that now comes in question on the relationship of him and Cloud in this universe, and whether or not they're the same.
Cloud and Zack.
Oh, Cloud,
which is really weird.
Zack's just here. It's implied Cloud is from Radiant Garden, but he left at some point because something happened.
When the world went to shit, Cloud
when the world went to shit,
else.
he got separated from everyone else, and somehow, which like I said, somehow his light and darkness are so freaking powerful they manifested as their own people.
So powerful because of marketing.
I have a question about Zack in. Okay, so I have an actual question about Zack in this game.
Ouch.
Does Zack live here?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He seems to have traveled to Olympus to be trained under Phil. So, however far the Olympus world truly goes.
I would say it feels weird how Cloud and Zack aren't connected, but then again, apparently Tidus's love interest here is just a pixie.
So,
Mm.
and he's also like half his age.
Yeah. Wait, Zack. How'd you get here? I came.
What to this Coliseum?
I just walked? You can't just walk?
So, I'm gonna suggest you do your shot lux whenever he's charging up his Omni Slash, because I don't think you can just tank that. You gotta just abuse those invincibility frames.
Isn't that just birth by sleep in a nutshell?
Yes, because I would never have been Vanitas Remnant with Terra otherwise.
Wait, is that the shit on my brain in the background?
What is going on?
Never eat the grilled salmon?
It sounds like Sassy Lady in the background.
That's from
Oh, sorry. Thought that was TV.
Grilled salmon?
No, we're talking about dinner.
Okay.
I'm really glad my little sister doesn't come up during these times and just screams in my microphone.
Also, in relation to Final Fantasy VII, I actually beat the Zorlum, so I have beta the beta skill for enemy, the enemy skill beta.
Uh-huh.
Boss fights do not exist because I can just move them whenever I want.
Oh yeah, enemy skills are really nice. Let me see. Get beta, Aqua Lung.
There's a couple of like one-time only that I'll pick up later.
I can't wait to be experienced Final Fantasy VII on the Switch. This should be fun.
That didn't take long.
Doesn't he
Oh,
just
he actually got out of it. Yeah, he started while he lived.
I think most
You're
of the time
right.
Cat isn't at full health when he gets Omni Slash, which is why he's a guaranteed death. So usually that final slash never actually hits anyone because usually you're mashing triangle anyway once you're in it. Triangle. What? Square.
Whew. Close one.
Thanks, Ven.
Okay.
Survive the Omni Slash. Just gotta believe.
Sephiroth, you should try doing that sometime.
Oh, wait, he did that in Kingdom Hearts 2, just as Sora was better equipped than Terra, because Terra's an idiot.
Also, Clouds wasn't as good.
Well, that means dead.
Yeah. Yeah, Meteor.
Meteorites are coming.
Meteor. And now we know Meteor versus Earth, Meteor wins.
And that's how Geostigma happens.
And there we go again.
Dear Lord.
I guess just to bring this up, what's your favorite Final Fantasy world?
I mean, I haven't played enough Final Fantasy games to make an accurate.
I've never finished one, so all I know is 4, beta 6, from what I've seen in the stream.
The only world I fully
7.
I fully remember and understand was Final Fantasy 13, and that's just because I wanted to research on why this is such a bad thing to begin with.
Oh, so
The bad thing mostly comes from the fact that it got way equals.
So Sophie,
And it was linear
how
as
did you
well,
like
yeah.
your hallways?
Here's all get out.
Hallway Fantasy 13.
How can a pretty game?
I mean, technically speaking, RPGs are linear. It's just that after a certain point, they let you run around and do
Well,
stuff.
or you could be like 15 where you have a great open world and then just absolutely restrict you the second half of the game.
Listen, go on.
In 13, it's like you're on the run from the government, so you can't interact and do side quests. Like, no, it just makes it boring.
Yep.
Excuse me.
The best Venn diagram on why sub is better than dub. The real tiny yellow sliver. The acting is actually better. The big giant blue rest of the circle. Weebs convincing themselves it's better out of pretentious sense of elitism and xenophilia.
Is there a third one?
Is this just general subs and dubs, or...?
Just general subs and dubs.
I was gonna say, it's dub of Funimation.
Oh, I mean, I don't.
Even Funimation has some off choices.
Yeah,
I mean-
but even the off choices are more consistent.
Especially nowadays.
My gosh, is he done? Is he
No,
really
that's
done?
the first form again.
No, that was the
Listen,
first
you want-
form again.
Listen, if you want an example of
First
of
form.
you want an example of an awful dub, go check out the dub for Shall We Have a Failed Night.
No.
Those stories will forever
You're a smart
be
man.
universal.
Urban, there is a point in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where you're pretty much locked out of side quests until you get through certain story events, and holy crap, is it a pretty difficult section as well to get through unless you're a New Game Plus.
Foolish, Zach. I'll beat your darkness with my...
With my darkness.
The darkness.
I feel like I'm having conflicting feelings right here.
The darkness.
I mean, that's what happened. First Rebirth, where you can just prove you have the bigger darkness dick than Ansem. The end.
You reek of that foul stench.
I don't even get a chance to do the thing, and then I die.
Well, that's because you're
So close!
That's because you're swinging while he's charging.
No!
Be more
You clipped
perceptive
over the.
and
You
evade.
clipped again, Terra. No.
Ew, I didn't see. Wow, that model. Ew.
I've been clipping a lot with these deaths.
Maybe it's because this wasn't fully optimized port. Just a lot.
What the?
You want to know one thing I learned today?
What?
I was fully unaware of how
That's Urban with another $1. Thank you.
Wait, the first live action.
that Jason?
I was fully aware of how well the first live action remake of Alice in Wonderland did by Disney.
Watch Saber Sparks' video.
Sophie, shut up! I totally didn't watch the video today. Shut up!
It's me. I'm the animation geek. I see all. Whenever an animation video comes out, I'm going to...
Stop it! I'm telling you, I'm distracted here to watch all these videos. Stop it! Get out of here! Go!
Man, imagine if you had to fight that Omni slashing.
Yeah.
Well, at least we finally have a wall that isn't Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, did it? Okay, Urban has a message. Getting Streamlabs up.
I don't think he died when you were donating.
Hey, we're free.
Look at this non-existent
Live.
crowd.
We survived the...
I'm gonna die again. Nope.
Freedom.
It looks like I better
We survived the
Freedom.
apocalypse. And we're getting confetti by an invisible crowd.
Also, I like the small references of fight this mysterious soldier.
I'd like to think it's just Phil over in the main door or something, just throwing confetti into a fan, and it's just
I'm just imagining it's the same confetti people that appear in DMC4 during the Shakespeare
I think
off between Dante
no,
and...
it's the same one at the end of Benny Ace's journey case.
Terra.
Listen,
Oh, yeah,
guys,
that's it.
we're at a very funny scene.
Which one?
You don't get to decide if you're a hero. They do.
No one.
You're not wrong.
I should have pointed up to the sky because that would have made more sense.
Nomura decides if you're.
Hero.
That would be more.
That-
That would be more symbolic
that.
because it's like Nomura decides on if you're a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, you could say the,
Well, Zach,
the
you must have
gods.
pretty low standards.
You could say the
They were like,
gods.
I mean, canonically, that's what Phil said in Cage too, and they were like, yeah, you did it. You three are.
God say is good, you's good. The gods can be the actual Greek gods, or they could be Nomura. Pick your favorite.
Zach, please eat something. Your torso's so
Also,
skinny.
can I just note something? This is probably the only world in which Terra actually does something that helps. For what?
I mean, he doesn't do
Alexandra,
terrible
he's going in a girl to the
in,
ball.
Doesn't do terrible.
Listen, Alexandra, he's running a nice girl. They get to the ball. They saved him.
It's like Terra.
Oh my god, you can just tell the models where they change from like good model quality down to just the meh, and then they just get like Dreamcast SA1 hands.
Man, it's weird. That tweet I put.
the hands is the
Okay, I
biggest thing.
actually like
That tweet I put out earlier about competitive Smash and stuff like that, it's the Melee tweet that's like getting by far the most attention on that, like.
Shocking.
That's Melee, and everyone's like, oh, Melee, that's a hot take, oh.
What, Melee is a good game?
Oh yeah, speaking of, Rabbit Luigi posted the trailer for his Smash Month. And he had a joke in there of saying like, what if I made a video saying that Melee's overrated? Oh no, I'd be murdered, I'd be dead.
Well,
Instead of talking about Melee, how about we talk about Crom getting congratulations?
Again, I tweeted out that pic.
Congratulations.
I already made the joke on Twitter when the picture came out. I beat you all to it.
It was that
Say we are referencing you, Patrick.
Because I did it on Twitter first, so therefore you are referencing me.
But who's to say we weren't
That's how the
explicitly
internet works.
referencing you?
And Dad
Still
did.
giving you credit, but I'm making you
Thank
web
you on my
server.
own bed. Also, Patrick, I didn't see it. I didn't see it on your Twitter. I heard it from Sophie first today, so ha.
Good job, Pat. You killed them all. Except that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one over there.
The game said I
And
didn't.
also that one.
Crom is just the goofy old dad who's just trying to be good, but
I mean, he's one of the only dads in that, in the game right now.
Okay, thank you, internet, for suddenly cutting off my tab.
So, you want the great guy, Stitch. You want who sucks, Lilo.
That's what Japan's mentality was at the time.
This world's alright.
I like how the ship effectively was just sucking Terra into what it looked like just the bottom. So I like to think what actually happened is that Terra got slammed onto the ship on the bottom section of the ship, and then the door opened.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Which suddenly this world raises a lot of questions now, because are they traveling in their own space, or are they traveling in...
This is the equivalent of Captain Hook's ship in Kingdom Hearts 1 before you get to Wonderland, or Neverland.
Oh.
And by Neverland, I mean Big Ben, the real world.
Okay then, just
Yeah,
goes
that-
to show there are more people.
Yeah, that
using
Neverland kind of opens up a big can of worms in hindsight.
Yeah, you visit London, you visit China, you visit...
I mean, to be
Abyss if
perfect,
you really want to put Greek in there.
as considering Lilo and Stitch's story, what could Japan have done with actually using Hawaii, you know, as a location? Particularly for this-
As far as story, one of the experiments could have been a Heartless.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hantu is so much fun.
I'll give you a fight.
No, I need Sora. I need Sora in a hula dress.
Yes,
And also, that being
he as
said,
incompetent as ever.
that being said, I feel like Lilo and Stitch is one of the Disney movies that you actually do an original story in.
Yeah.
That being said, how did Terra open up his prison cell? There was no keyhole.
They just have really shit security.
Also, he can teleport
Actually,
to
considering that
world
Stitch broke out
portals.
without issue.
I mean,
yeah,
he can literally just make his keyblade and just bash the window.
Also, he can make portals to worlds if he wanted.
Does Stitch say that? Does I don't remember. Does Stitch say the dirty word in this?
I don't think so.
What?
It's usually portrayed as gibberish, so I can't remember.
So it's the return of.
Well, you know, Alexandra, I never knew that you considered the word friend a dirty word.
Acquaintance is a very offensive.
Ooh, friend.
I forget, is this where you get high jump? with
I
Terra?
think so. Yeah, I think this is where you get
Is that
high
like
jump
the
with
top
all
of-
of them.
Yeah, I think it's at the top of
in
this.
the Lilo and Stitch show where we found out that Bleakley's first name is Wendy, and apparently on his planet, apparently that meant you were like someone scholarly. I was like, excuse me.
Never seen an episode of
I've seen a
TV
few.
show.
But to remember that.
Hell, I never finished Lilo and Stitch. I would see
Really?
it sometimes on TV and just never got to it.
Well, you
Oh,
wanna,
that's sad.
well, Stefan, you wanna know something? You ain't nothing but a house.
I had to back that out because
and
that's
out. That was some timing.
Listen, Dowd
Is that so?
for being too loud.
Thank you, Elvis.
Didn't Jason like start this stream saying it's gonna get loud?
Irvin, we don't talk about that.
Stefan, that's a secret. I'm always loud.
Hmm. But that wasn't that loud.
Yeah, remember
There you go.
when
I don't think Terra even.
was
I don't
evil?
think even Terra knows what a computer is.
I mean, technology is very inconsistent with our main
Being
character.
said, I think the only one, like I said, I mean, if you looked at him, I don't think you could tell Jumbo was a bad guy, but he's not listening to what he's saying, so he's
He's
like,
in a
oh, he's
prison
fully
cell,
prison.
so
I mean, he could also been wrongfully imprisoned too, so.
I mean, Terra was, so yeah. But then again, it was Terra.
By the way,
Uh,
can you-
Now that I think about it, if he had stayed in prison here, do you think Xehanort would know?
Take me to it.
Just Vanita just gets involved.
by the way, can I just say, this alien government sure is way more reasonable than us.
Is it?
Mm.
I mean, considering although considering the movie, I mean, at the end of the movie, she, like, the Grand Councilwoman, that's just, like, she quote unquote exiles Stitch on Earth, would basically say, like, yeah, you're free to go, basically. But the end of the movie, when she was talking to Jumbo and Pleakley, she was like, don't let those two back on my ship. So they were actually exiled. I don't know.
Does
I
he
mean, to
ever
be
get
fair,
a high quality
I
model
mean, to be
face?
fair,
I don't
in
think
the
so.
movie, They were actual criminals.
Legally is a criminal. Okay.
Stitch was just an unfortunate byproduct.
Actually, I know Stitch is all,
is
like,
that
this
really-
powerful
is that
being. But now that I think about it, among the 626 experiments Jumbo made, 624 is probably the most dangerous of all.
Which one's
Pat,
624?
do you have any like slides or dashes?
She's saying
Because
if you
those might
ain't
help you with the horizontal movement once you get tired in the air.
Yeah.
I'll admit, certain experiments went to be extremely strange.
Like experiment 624 was, I think, one of the few female experiments.
Oh, was that Angel?
She-
I think was the.
That was
Okay,
Angel. Yeah. I was like, she could pretty much. If you hear her singing, you go berserk.
Yeah. So think of it like the anti-Jigglypuff. Think of it like that.
Instead of casting sleep, it casts
Imagine it
Fury.
just if it sync caused a Smash Brothers rest to happen on you all the time.
Yeah, basically. Like, the only reason she's good is because she and Stitch started getting romantic feelings for each other. That's
Which
about
is kind
it.
of weird. Aren't they technically siblings?
Basically, the day was saved by hormones.
Yeah, hormones. Oof.
No, I just noticed something. You got the map in the first area. Hearts 2 probably should have learned that.
I mean, to be fair,
Kingdom Hearts 2 is
after the
pretty
fact.
linear, so.
I know that, but you
I
still
think-
get the map after the fact. So if you're in like a large open room and everything, why do you haven't explored everything in that large open room? You don't got the map? Sorry.
I mean, to be fair, I think he's going to do that. So you should just have the map without just general.
Click. Actually, I'm going to look up all the experiments list and see what I can remember.
I remember Angel 627. The Thunder one.
625, whose name eventually became Ruben, which was more or less Stitch, but he had an obsession with
Yes.
Stitches and could actually talk.
That's
Like,
fun.
actually
And
talk proper
and it's
English.
also Rob Paulson.
Yeah, that's right. Rob Paulson did voice him.
624 is basically the grave mine from Halo.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, there's Drowsy, Dub, Dorkity, Digger.
I remember Mr. Stinchy, who was so smelly they had to shoot him off the Pleakley's planet because apparently Pleakley likes his scent.
Okay then.
Okay. Oh, there is an experiment called Manners, and he is like, what is
What
this
a
one?
pointless encounter that was.
Hey
Also,
guys,
before you
we're
come to
in
grab, make sure you
Pandora's
go up there.
Labyrinth of Deceit.
Yeah.
Aw, it's done.
In case you weren't curious.
And you missed a journal entry.
So how do we actually feel about this world?
The gravity is kind of annoying when you're doing item collection, but I like the gimmick.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me a bit of Cosmic Wall from SA2.
Yeah, it does. It's like the zero grav I always loved in
It's
Cosmic War.
Eggman's best stage.
I'm also trying to figure out between the three characters who gets to explore the most in this world.
Like I said, I don't remember. Maybe it was Aqua. I think it might be Aqua.
Does Ven ever get to the prison cells?
I don't know if Fen does or not.
I don't think he does, but I think they could go everywhere else.
Ow.
Okay, there's Experiment 267, Wishy-Washy. He's designed to grant any wish he hears, but the wishes are granted literally.
The fact that that's now
What?
Pokemon's name is kind of annoying to me.
Yeah, I was about to make the Pokemon joke!
Like, we already said Drowsy earlier, but...
You see, if Lilo and Switch was... Lilo and Switch.
Lilo and Switch Lilo and
Switch game featuring Lilo and
No, I
Switch.
now I just want a picture of Lilo and then Stitch as a Switch console.
It's just her playing the Switch, but it has like a custom skin.
Stitch is playing Just Dance, but he has like 4 Joy-Cons in all 4 of his hands.
I was gonna
girl
ask a
all the
question.
time.
If Stitch is playing Just Dance, will he be okay?
Don't get it.
That was a lame song reference, I know what it is, Jason, but I'm not gonna acknowledge what song it is, so your joke dies.
Okay, there's Experiment 40. He's just a digger, but his nickname is Backhoe.
Yeah, Jojo, I know plenty about the grave mine. It's just
but
Halo,
anyway.
so who cares right now?
I was gonna say something, and now I've lost my train of thought from that entire thing.
Yeah, we did that a lot, don't we?
No, now I remember, it was that...
If the joke broke,
No,
we
it was-
would have cut.
Yeah, it was, now I remember. It was that if Lilo and Stitch came out a few years, later, they could have totally made a gotcha game out of that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would appreciate that, but Disney would totally. And no, actually, you know what? I hope they would do that because you know what Disney would do it totally wrong because I just want
Yep.
money.
I mean, it's not like...
Also, look, no one's in the command room for some
Let's
reason.
hijack the ship.
This is our ship now.
You see?
Actually, the Moogle set up shop in the command room.
This
It's like, hey, Koopa, people love shopping here for
This
some
Moogle
reason.
likes to live life dangerously.
This is my ship.
Like, no, he's a black market dealer for the prisoners. Like, I got the stuff.
Okay.
Are you sure the black market dealer wouldn't be the organization, Koopa?
But yeah, I'm sorry, but when I first saw
Organization
that
Moogle.
358, I squeed because that was just so funnily adorable.
Yeah, so
seeing
cute.
Moogle in an organization coat. Oh yeah, I this like when Urban said, "Can I drive the ship?" I remember when it, like that touching moment before, like at the end of the movie, he was like, "Oh, does Stitch have to go on the ship?"
No, you,
Does Stitch say can Stitch say goodbye? Yes. Just like how Greg Castle was like.
No, you
"What
see,
am
I
looking at?"
always, the thing with the end of Lilo and Stitch, I always remember, because the DVD we had was basically a bootleg that my dad had from Iraq when he was when he was stationed over there, and it would always freeze on like Stitch's "This is my family," and then the DVD would just always freeze right there every time you.
You didn't hear the whole.
Yeah.
That's sad. You didn't hear the whole thing.
Like, I remember it from, like, seeing the movie and stuff like that, but on the DVD, it's just like, huh, I don't know why it keeps freezing there.
But in the end, since it doesn't, if you just watch it for the first time, it didn't make me think, oh, so Stitch actually left.
Also, can I just say, the Doctor is really petty in Terra's story.
Jumbo?
Yeah.
Jumbo's pretty petty in general.
Jumbo is really petty in his thing, in the movie anyway.
Jumbo's the entire reason that we have a boss fight.
Like here, let's put a Lilo and
I
Stitch.
like to know that in the movie Stitch broke himself
Yeah.
out.
Pretty creatively as well.
No, stop! My friend gave me that.
Oh, I just saw a very sad comic.
Is it the one with the Ivy
What
sword?
was Oh, I hope not. Oh.
No, it's well, not. I wouldn't say it's super sad, but Doodle. I don't know if you know Doodle Stars, but she made a little comic with Dark Pit and Incineroar.
Oh, Link.
I can link it so you can just read it now, because it actually.
This whole time
Right
I'm
there.
telling myself I want to be stronger.
Imagine if the Wayfounder just broke when it dropped in.
Shit!
Do the talking. I find out how little I really know myself.
It's like I can't lose
And how
this.
much I miss them.
It's my friend.
You could either say that Aqua did a really bad job making it, or it's symbolizing of how poorly Terra's doing.
Also, I just saw this on Twitter.
Oh God, that is no.
I just saw this on Twitter. Speedrun jokes.
Or perhaps you need another demonstration.
I don't get it.
of my evil genius.
Mario Run, Yahoo Mail, Weather
No,
Together,
no.
Search Stairs.
Mario, Yahoo! Yeah, stairs!
Yay!
Yeah.
Like Mario's battle cry is that, yay!
Wasn't that basically all the? Wasn't that like almost the entirety of something about Super Mario 64,
Yeah.
which just him just doing all these.
Backwards long jumping, that's what it is.
Just doing, basically just animated a speed run with a bit more comedy.
Listen, just do a half input, or a half button press. Or to this day, when I heard that, I just go, that sounds really dumb. What?
I swear to God, Terra, you're getting beaten up
Whether
by a
it's like competitive gaming or stuff like that or speedrun, what do you think is the dumbest name of a tech of some kind of tech that you've heard of?
That's a simple flip. Shout out to Simple Flip. I'm just kidding.
Well, I've only seen a couple of speedruns and they're kind of decent names for stuff. Cause like the only ones that come to mind to me are stuff like Mega Man X, but like that's like the neon jump for X2 and 3, and that doesn't sound bad.
John!
What, John?
I think the closest thing I like as a no John's.
But John's actually has like a decent origin of where it comes from.
I know, but you don't know. I know it's just one thing. You don't know the origins here, and no John.
No Johns.
No jumps.
Also, but like the closest thing I could have to a funny speedrunning tech name was considered the backwards long jump when I was watching the Runaway Guys Coliseum. Tom Fox brought up, yeah, wow, Tom Fox. He's like a comedian at this point, but he basically brought us watch eventually at some point they're gonna start renaming VLJs and just shortening it down to bulge. And he's like, oh, that's a nice bulge you just did there.
Great bulge by Yes2K. He's gonna do 2 bulges on the stairway right here. Saves him 5 seconds.
A literal boss rush for that.
Speaking, a boss rush of 626. Jesus Christ, that'd be suicide.
You heard of 1,000 Heartless, but
Hello, Green Master. Good evening.
evening.
Oh, speaking of speedruns, the AGDQ schedule has been live. By the way. Doctor Expansion.
Nice. I know they did what you call it, Splatoon 2 last time.
Learned Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
I saw the only speedrun that I actually saw. The latest one that happened was the speedrun of Mario Odyssey.
What is it?
Because I never seen the speedrun of Mario Odyssey, and I saw it. I just go, alright, I guess I'm playing Mario Odyssey again.
Maybe he's wondering what a friend is.
Ridiculous.
They even have that experiment on you, didn't you?
My name is.
They didn't confiscate your things. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't ask where he hid it.
Yes.
And then,
I can't explain friendship.
if they confiscated all his things, how did he end up with the capsule with all the other experiments in the show?
Don't worry about it.
What it is you will destroy next. Now, I fix what is wrong.
Listen, ask the questions and they'll tell you the lies.
What games has Earth been trying to throw at us?
Getting back at me to the dark pit.
Oh, Irvin, why? That's awful. No.
Fire Emblem Heroes feels.
I don't get it. It's a nice picture, though.
I get it.
Oh, do you want to have a feel showdown?
Ven.
No.
That has
Sophie,
potentially more feels than the game
This
itself
is the
actually
ultimate feels down. Of ultimate feels anew.
I mean, we're all gonna die eventually.
Well, no shit.
Mean.
Find a way to make things right, hopefully before the end of the game.
And he never does.
Guess it's
I like how it just stutters like.
I have like 3 worlds but to make it right.
No, you only got 1. Because it's this and then Keyblade Graveyard.
Well, I mean, he goes to this one, he goes back to Land of Departure and ruins it more, and then he goes to the Badlands, aka the Keyblade Graveyard.
Alright, now it's time to enter what I call the grind world. And this is where I do my
Keyblade Graveyard's too long to get to encounters, and then
yeah, that's seasonally where you grind.
Yep.
Either this or the arena, but at least this one you can swap out the items that you're fixing.
And then a crocodile unversed shows up and he has PTSD.
Oh shit!
Oh, by the way, Patrick, I've been meaning to bring this up to you. I enjoy how like a month ago or so that you had to mute the memes channel because we.
Oh my god!
I got back and 100 messages, and I was.
You don't get the right to meme anymore. You lost your meme privileges.
You started it.
Confiscate the
God.
meme license.
Patrick, you started it. You posted one thing.
Yeah,
and
I
then
posted one thing. You guys posted like 50.
Listen, Patrick, the start was you.
No, I may have put in 1, but you are all to blame. I had nothing to do with that.
Listen,
You may
Patrick,
have started
you
the
opened the
fire.
door. We
Not
just
the one who made it.
opened the door. We ran in.
He didn't start the fire. It was unfair.
Listen, Urban, I'm also about that mindset. Once I go in, I go all in.
Oh my.
Listen, man, go big or go home.
Oh my.
Somewhat related. Man, I'm gonna be excited for Hellsing.
Yeah.
And we are at.
And also tangentially related, season finale of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge.
I haven't been able to sit down and watch it yet.
Little Karibo said on Twitter like a while ago the fact that when he was getting around to doing it, he heard that some people told him that he shouldn't be bothered and just to skip to season 5, and now in retrospect he's glad that he did it because it turned out to be in terms of story
I think it's been the funniest season, honestly.
Oh yeah, they had, and unfortunately, he did unfortunate build-up to the season because of how he started, because the side Merrick Evil Council things, the things he did with well, yeah, I was just like, you better not skip this shit, because I just want to see.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do.
But it does seem we're not going to do Kaiba Tournament 2, which is fine.
Here's a goal. We're gonna find you get Moto. I'm gonna take it.
I stay on the bridge. It's the only reason that I actually watched Sword Art Online the bridge. That way, when they get around to it, I know what they're gonna be. I'm going to know what they're gonna make fun of. Which is why
eventually, is the only thing I remember about Sword Art Online.
Which is why eventually I had to watch the movie in all of three. I'm not looking forward to it, but I do it because I love the Bridge series.
Please support the official release.
Oh wait, his what?
His dick. We all got dicks. You got a dick. Hell, I can whip out my dick right now and show you. No,
I'll just believe it's there. Is he saying deck or dick?
Though I think my favorite joke of the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge absolutely has to go down to, this is just like that one dream I had where multiple dragons came up and how, oh my god!
You can't escape dragons.
I don't know, Farrah. It looks like 3 dragons holding up an airplane. Sounds like Seto Kaibo's having what it seems to be the biggest orgasm of his life. Yeah!
And the final season's gonna be interesting with Kaiba's side.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Sora trusts in Terra trusts in pirates.
Yay!
One of these days, I had to sit down and
read
all
I see that Terra.
I just barely finished.
So I see that Terra is one of those people that got Ultimate early if he's siding with pirates. I see your way, Terra.
Because I know that the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is similar to like Dragon Ball Z is Dragon Ball Z in the sense that if you started at that point, then you actually kind of missed a lot of character progression for the other characters that they just don't ever cover.
That being said though, with the anime, we didn't have a choice because when we were kids. We didn't know season 0 existed. Also, you can totally watch season 0. It's dark.
Everybody loves season 0 because of how over
and also how completely different. What the? Hold on. If you stop Terra's jump halfway, what the?
Oh yeah. That's a high jump thing in this game. The same thing happens to Ventus and Aqua. Yeah, trust.
Yeah.
Ow!
But yeah, just getting back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I didn't realize how much of Kaiba's character arc they just skip.
Oh yeah, didn't you know that he blackmailed and caused people to commit suicide to get those blue eyes?
Yeah, like
he was actually, and he actually didn't care about his brother for once.
Like the reason why that he when I found out the real reason why he whipped them the blue eyes from Red Dragon Con, I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Outside the fact of the fact that he's a jerk. He wanted that card, and he just ripped it up.
Also, remember when
here's a logistical question though. If there are only 4 Blue Eyes White Dragon cards in circulation in the show, and you only need 3 to get Blue Eyes Ultimate, what's the 4th one for?
It's Pegasus planning in the future for when multiple expansion packs come out that you need more Blue Eyes White Dragons in order to summon them.
Listen, Pegasus was ahead of the curve. Like, he invented the gotcha system in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Actually, now that I think about it, the one thing I didn't expect to return though was the original names of the original originates of the Egyptian god cards, because I was just like, wait a minute, I thought we dropped that joke. I thought we dropped these jokes.
I'm surprised that they brought back the Beavis and Butthead for
Yeah.
Rizzo and Rex.
Yeah.
Like everything goes back to how it once was, and it's just like.
Just
that's like
it's fucking horrible.
Yeah. What?
Horrible dark humor.
What?
I'm not sure if I want to share it.
Well,
Go on ahead.
What's something you say that, and
You'll know it'll be really good if you cause Pat to give us the game.
Is it worthy of game over status?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it on the Twitch chat now.
Apparently my cat wants to find out.
Oh my gosh, this is from Xander Bobus. This is
Oh,
gonna be
boy.
good.
Oh, it's from Xander. Oh god.
oh,
Oh yes.
oh, I see this.
Game over!
You did it, Sophie! You did it!
I did the game over.
YouTube audience, you're not figuring out what that is.
I'm not gonna take it that way! Hashtag always too soon!
Listen,
Actually, Pat, they can see
no,
the-
I
they
care
can
about the YouTube audience. Go look at Xander Bobus' Twitter. Go through his media.
They
You'll
don't
see
even
it.
need, they don't, well I mean that's the easier way, but like they can see the hyperlink in the chat.
Yeah, but do they want to actually spend the time to go for it? I'll tell you, it's not
If they're
worth it.
committed enough.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
If they are truly curious, they will find
Bye.
out.
I love dark humor.
By the
Go
way,
for it.
With dark humor, there's that! That's always
Yes,
too
Alexandra, dark humor. Listen, Alexandra. Let me tell you. Listen,
That was a good
I have
laugh.
a story for you. Let me tell
Jason?
you about the time that I went to go see Hunger Games Book 3 Part 1 of the theaters by myself. And when we got to the city scene where a bunch of dead bodies showed up on screen, I was the only guy in the movie theater laughing out loud. And everybody looked at me like I was a crazy person.
Okay, you're definitely never breed. You're gonna
Congratulations, audience, you got two different kinds of laughs from me today. Yeah, we are.
At this rate, there's going to be more game over screens than, you know, than actual gameplay. And how have you guys not clipped?
Never
I was
finished
the
Terra's
guy in the
story.
movie theater who laughed at the end of Infinity War.
You are horrible.
But-
You're a horrible human
I
being.
think I'm more.
I was the only one
I think I'm more impressed that nobody has clipped anything yet out of these two moments.
Oh, my chest.
Trust me, I'll clip it if I see some. I'll clip it.
Okay,
if
I'm
I
gonna
need
put a
to.
marker
You can
here
flip
just in
your own
case
if
for
you
later.
want, if you're feeling that way.
No, listen, you don't understand. It was funny.
clipping. This whole little segment needs to be highlighted.
You don't
Urban,
understand.
that's way too
Urban,
much.
Urban, no. I'm gonna be the responsible adult right here and say no.
Oh, no!
I can't get $100.
Urban, don't.
You can do it in increments over the next few months. That's fine, but not all at once, man.
So, Pat,
I'm pretty sure.
question. Have you seen the latest episode?
Urban, no. Urban, no. Urban, stop, no.
Be the hero. Be the hero.
Urban,
Urban, be the hero.
Do not listen to this man.
Listen, Urban. Listen.
you are not probate as far as we can tell.
Okay, real talk, Urban, if you were to honestly give me that amount, I would send it right back. Like, dude, no. Like, that's way too much. That is way too
The meme
much.
is going too far.
Urban's the hero that we deserve, but that's what we need.
Jojo, that was actually the reference I was going with. I just didn't
I'll
make the
try.
voice. Tried, right?
Well, you probably would have missed out on the game over if you actually made it closer to the reference.
Very true, because I was just.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of game over stuff I do during Smash Night if there's just a complete disrespect or something like that. You just
You just give someone the
Okay.
You just have a button shortcut always at the ready for you just to hammer it when you're playing.
Urban, no.
I'm sorry, but after the sub incident, we are very.
Yeah, Urban, I am seriously.
Hey, if it means anything for Urban, I'm partially to blame for that because I did some of those subs
You're
too.
just enabling him. You're feeding the bad culture.
I didn't know that $500.
Listen, Patrick. I don't understand. Listen, this man deserves a war. Man deserves a war. The girl deserves to be treated.
I'm just gonna drink some water.
That's nice.
You know, meanwhile, we forgot that we're in Neverland and we don't talk about Neverland.
And welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep ASMR.
Oh my god, why? Urban!
Well, it's not $500, but...
Dang it!
Urban, we will tell you what to do when you're actually going insane.
How did you give out 10 Okay. Okay.
No, he's saying 10.
Okay, I was about to say, like, I don't think there's even 10 people in here that you can give subs to.
Okay, well, to be fair, if Urban really wanted to, he'd start pulling people from other chats. Because someone did that to me.
Urban did that during the Spyro thing.
Well, no, like, wasn't like most of Urban's like people in chat.
Well, no, it's that Urban also got people into here to meet the Danganronpa.
Here's the thing. I suddenly like clicked on my emotes when I was watching the stream. For some reason, I have emotes for the completionist now. Apparently, if you're following, you can still get a gift sub.
Yeah, that happened to me with HBI 2K.
Uh-oh.
Like Ben Crying, just like someone like gifted him like what was it, 50 subs?
So Urban,
maybe
I think
100, and I just got a notification of like, oh, you are now subscribed. You got gifted a sub to.
I got gifted.
HBI
I got gifted
like,
a sub.
what?
I got gifted to a sub to a streamer I've never even watched before at one point.
Yeah, like at least with HBI, like I follow him. I don't really watch that often.
No, you gave Urban that idea.
I see you are also a student of Patrick's school for SpongeBob. How many times do I have to tell you? No means yes. See, you're also that you're also a student of that school.
But check out that 2D skull.
Also, I'm disappointed that this boss fight gets interrupted.
Yeah.
Because I actually really like this part.
So to actually talk about this world for a second, Peter. How many times has Peter Pan shown up in Kingdom Hearts? Like in
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Chain of Memories and 358.
5 games, I believe.
Friday.
Also appeared in Unity.
Why is my chat nothing but the what?
I thought it was unique.
By the way, because I am going to be doing some rebranding soon, so that emote is getting changed. So just FYI.
It's fine.
I bring that up because this iteration of Peter Pan is my favorite iteration of the world because it's an actual world of not just one giant ship.
Exactly.
It's not one giant ship and it's not one giant landmass that you fly around and just get bored in.
Yeah.
I mean, ironically, my attachment to Peter Pan actually comes from the Tinkerbell direct-to-DVD movies. Most. Remember those guys?
Well, I guess just
Nobody remembers.
Well, I guess just to go over to go over this, I guess the main reason why the second set of worlds are my favorite set of worlds by Sleep is just because I'm just a huge fan of color, and the second set of worlds that we visited, except for like when you got it because of the halfway point, are all really colorful worlds, and that includes
by the
safety manual for what?
Sure.
Safety warning.
Oh yeah, he's like real pictures for the Switch. No, those are definitely not real.
Those for the Wii. Are these from Japan?
Japanese
The silhouette guy got nothing on these.
By the way.
Why?
By the way,
who the fuck is marrying their Wii?
What? hi, Peter Pan. You were a lot darker in your original.
By the way, I just looked up on Smash Reddit. We now have the audience chant for Crom at this point.
Oh,
no.
what
Crom,
is it?
Crom, he's our man. If you can't do it, no one can. That's literally what they say.
Yes! Oh my gosh, they're right!
Does that mean that no one can?
If our hopes are dashed with him, we really are doomed.
Come on, Crom, be the Bayonetta Slayer we all want you to be. You are the chosen
He'll
one.
never make it. He'll never make it.
It's like I can't live up to my grandfather's legacy. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Even Marth can't live up to his own legacy.
Alexandra, no.
Except in Smash, he's been doing okay there.
No, the internet killed Alexandra. No.
Again.
What do you want with the light?
Blade Charge, I love this.
What light?
Definitely one of my favorite
Yeah.
styles.
Interrupt this battle to bring out children's and treasure chests.
Actually, just to talk about that, I think that the style system in Breath by Sleep is actually pretty interesting, and it also opens up to opens the door for even more deck customizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you build around getting a specific style.
Yeah.
I love it especially with Aqua later on because like you can get some insane styles with her. That's why she's one of my favorites.
Like my favorite style for Terra is Blade Master.
Urban fucking dumb.
What?
Yeah, I so went to get half $100 and I have $100.
You see all that money in the chest? Keep it.
Look, Urban, you've given enough, but like, if you seriously want to keep donating, you can do so in like little bits. Just don't do a 500 donation, cause like I'm gonna send that straight back.
Well, I should be on my way.
I mean, if you're going to pay.
Listen, Urban. Patrick cares that you need to go to McDonald's to Taco Bell to get food.
I mean, if you need
Also,
to give out.
now that I'm thinking about it, I think this world might have been suffering of system limitations.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like they intended to have a different boss fight here. Or boss encounter, I should say.
I mean, if you're going to pay money, you should pay me so I can make you drawings.
Yeah,
Hey, Sophie, to draw stuff. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you.
and I think one of the biggest things about the limitations that kind of clues me in is the dialogue here, because they say it's a monster,
Yeah.
which means they probably intended to have a unique encounter for this. But then you went on in, and it's just a bunch of mooks, and it's just like,
I was going to say that Peter Pan is like the only Disney boss fight in here, but then I remember, oh wait, we just can't believe it was Stitched.
Terra just doesn't get to fight many
Yeah.
Disney bosses.
You find most of them with
Nobody
Ven.
remembers Experiment 11.
Yeah, because they're actual heroes.
Well, actually, mostly just Ven, because Aqua just kind of gets cleanup duty.
Well, she fights Maleficent. She's the one who fights Hades.
There's one world that Vin goes to that I absolutely just don't understand.
Pat, you're really abandoning those children to die?
Yes.
I have enough.
I mean, I don't really care for them, but man.
Listen, Stefan, this is Stefan. This isn't extra life. Screw the children.
Man.
And there goes any gun sponsorship. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome. Break it down the
What
street.
can I say except you're welcome?
Still my favorite song for that movie.
Honestly, out of all the Disney princesses, I think Moana holds up the best, just because.
I don't know, maybe because it's
I
only
think the
like
songs are the
2
best
years
in
old.
Yeah, it hasn't had as much time.
I think it's still the best in terms of modern Disney.
Yeah, in modern Disney, I
I
agree.
wouldn't argue that. Yeah.
I'm talking
And
about.
it holds up and just like, well, yeah.
I'm talking about
No.
the songs.
The mushroom storm's at it again. I thought I delivered you all in space.
Yeah. This is definitely where I think we have some system limitations. Makes me kind of curious as to what that boss would have been. I wonder if there's like any design docs around it.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a big boss in Peter Pan. Not really thinking.
Well, even just like thinking of like stuff that may have been added later, or just some. Was like if anything was added later, it would have been mostly the final mix bosses, and those are usually like unique characters, like Monstro or the armor bosses.
I just remembered something. So, in terms of the reason why all three characters go WoW, Terra was originally sent out to go deal with the masked boy who was making the Unversed, also known as the Not Heartless.
He was specifically
Terra.
told investigate the Unversed. Aqua was mostly getting the same mission, except it got turned into mostly keep an eye on Terra and then get Ven home because Ven is a child.
I'm just like, so Terra, what have you find out about the Unversed? Well, you see, I found out that somebody's making them. Oh yeah, who is it? Boy the mask.
What? Seriously? First enemy I fight with this D-Link, and I got. Oh wait, now I'm dead. Never mind.
They are tiny little.
I thought you
guy.
were laughing because
That was a roller coaster of emotions that happened right there in a very.
Yes, that was very fast.
Mushrooms are killing you. Sure. Actually, now I think about it, for someone hunting down the masked boy, he's the one with the least interaction with the masked boy.
Yeah,
so.
he fights him once at the end of the game, and the fight doesn't even finish.
I know that the masked boy has a lot to do with Ven because of
Yeah,
everything.
Because of everything, and I have one very specific problem with the masked boy.
And it's already leveled up. What the hell?
You get spirits for having Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee on your Switch? What?
What?
Oh.
That's interesting.
This is worse than Amiibo.
Which they're becoming an extinct species. It's like I just want some
Yeah, my
figurines.
friend Matt will absolutely own them all because he has a problem.
I just want the Wind Waker, Zelda, and Toon Link amiibos, but they cost up to like $40, and I'm like, no. Mushrooms, Patrick. Mushrooms.
Yes.
Jellyfish mushrooms. Man, you could really use them.
Yeah.
That was solid.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, Jason's gone. What did we ever do?
Wait, Alex?
Didn't she die a while ago?
She's in the voice chat, but she's not saying anything.
Oh no, did she actually get banished?
Don't know.
Oh, blade charge.
Everyone. Up and
She
up.
goes again. Oh.
And-
Hi.
Did you die? How was hell?
Are you okay? What the hell? I was screaming, guys! I can't say yes.
Miss.
Sandra got sent to limbo.
Priscilla was going for voice for seconds.
Listen. All I'm saying is, I want a live-action Cars remake with Star in the Rock.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that shit-eating Grace.
I'm gonna die.
Zach, could you take off your helmet? Sure.
If I take off my helmet, I'm more powerful.
Put it back on.
Doing the DreamWorks grin.
Fine.
Tara, you sure cut
Okay,
down that
Pat,
singular
Pat,
monster
I
down
was
to
saying-
size.
Alright, anyway.
Have like your intermission wall gif, like an intermission gif should be like that glitched out Wind Waker Link running around in circles and Windfall. And I was thinking about that because for some reason, the first thing that came to mind was like a joke we said earlier, was just making my way downtown.
You know, I'll set that up in time for Smash Bros. Because there's gonna be plenty of Toon Link play this upcoming.
I actually really like this moment. Just like, hey, can I see that? Yeah, sure.
You know, I didn't give it much thought. Just doing what my heart tells me.
Let's mutiny, and you'll walk the plank for it.
Drop kick by Pixie.
That sound.
And then you ruined it by saying heart, asshole.
Wait.
Speaking of spoiled by Terra.
You're doing what your heart was telling you, so that means your heart is an idiot too? I'm so confused.
Well, I mean, his heart told him to let the pixie
Sunly
out.
alligator. Sunly alligator. Okay.
We sure showed Hook. We did nothing.
Alligator did all the
Every
work.
star up there is another world.
My work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
I mean, Urban, it is still a crocodile slash alligator. They can still go on land.
The light is their hearts. And it's shining down on us like a million lanterns.
And then it got quiet.
What?
Very, very
I don't
quiet.
get it. In other
Let's
words,
appreciate
it's like
Terra's
you.
words of wisdom.
What
That
does
we've
that
heard him
mean?
say it before.
You'll find out someday.
Trust the
Sure.
darkness.
I want to know now.
Try to
This will go around.
This conversation would be a lot more meaningful if you guys didn't have low res faces.
Just like, yeah, but the darkness gave me a heart attack.
I'm sorry. I know we're sharing a bunch of memes this stream, but
Damn it,
oh
Patrick.
my
Oh
god.
no, what is it
This
this
turned
time?
into the meme
Is
stream.
this gonna get us another game over?
Badly?
Oh, that's
No,
pretty good,
no, it's not, but it's
I know, I saw it. That's pretty cool.
Hang on, have a look at
If
it
you
in a
gotta
second.
do the slide,
I'll tell you
Okay.
what, put the stuff that's really special.
Akira,
to
bro.
you.
Yeah.
That can be your treasure.
I want someone to animate Santa Claus doing the Akira slide. I don't care what happens to the reindeers.
Kind of makes
They
me
could eat
wonder
shit. It'd be hilarious. I don't care.
what Einstein did.
Mm.
Urban.
Oh.
Urban, stop.
Up, I need to get ready for that picture where Mulan soldier punched Sora in the face because I'm pretty sure I might need that if Urban starts to act up.
No, I want that, and then just
Urban
we'll be
shares
right back.
Urban, what did you leak? What did you leak?
Also, it's kind of an interesting
It's like a
world you link of
fuck
you go,
Smash Balls! Fuck
go through
Sword
like a-
Fighters! And fuck!
What? Oh yes. Oh,
I've seen
yeah, I've
this.
seen that.
Yeah! No, it's like Triforce of Wisdom! Oh, you're funny. Oh, God!
Getting back to the game, it's kind of interesting how you go from a world that's a lot of islands and tropical stuff, and then you end
Yeah.
up here.
Tree with star-shaped fruit.
It's the dreaded fruit.
The fruit
The
that
fanfic fruit.
ruin lights. Also, that fruit is way more textured than it was in Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 1.
Okay,
It's the
so
fruit.
this brings. So I have a question. Do you guys feel like they needed to explain how Riku can wield the Keyblade in this
Ah,
game?
no.
I mean, it was. I mean, I like the explanation, but
Mm,
I mean, honestly, out of
Unnecessary,
all
but
the
it's-
out of all the three, Riku's is the one that only
Looks like all
only
the
one that
things
makes
that only
somewhat
pull us
sense.
Just push us
Of all the
further
three
away.
Rikus,
And
there's
now the light is
Riku,
over here.
and then there's Republica, and then there's Data
What are we
Riku,
supposed to do?
and then there's Ansem Riku.
No,
and
it's
like,
a-
what?
No, hold on. It's Riku and Rikui. Damn. Bam, 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 bam.
Out of all three explanations as to why Sora, Kairi, and Riku can wield the Keyblade, I like Riku's the best, but the dumbest easily goes to Kairi.
It's like I'm a princess of hearts, so touching a Keyblade automatically makes me feel Keybladey. So explain that. Does automatically
So,
touching a
so
sword?
explain that. No, so explain that. If say Cinderella touched the Keyblade, would she?
Oh yeah.
If Kairi touches a scythe, will she automatically know how to use it? Because that's actually a pretty cool power if that is.
Let's be captain.
We're limiting Kairi's potential.
Come on.
Okay, fine. If we're gonna do this, here's a funny one.
Oh boy.
I mean, I also have a bunch of funny memes, but I still love those. I can't.
Akami is always pouty. Even as a child, he pouted. So pouty.
Sora just running up. Riku's just like,
Mm.
whatever.
Meh.
He's a guy. Okay, I'm gonna go on. Bye.
Parents told me not to talk to
It's
strangers.
a man.
Why would you say that?
It's an adult, an actual 3D modeled adult.
How do you know this? Like 6 or 7-year-old Riku.
He is a very philosophical 6-year-old.
No. He'll be like 6-year-old. He's saying it's still a fossicle or something.
I
Philosophical.
like to imagine. So I like to imagine that Riku's family just puts out very philosophical documentaries. So it's like.
I heard once there was a kid who left for good.
Terra, don't implant these thoughts into this little boy's mind. It almost
Listen,
ruined his life.
It's too late.
You're too late.
Like,
I don't wanna know.
Foreshadowing.
how did you get here anyway?
No! Why did you cut your hair? Why did you cut your hair?
Marketing.
Yeah.
Your hair would have made him
He
more
liked it when he cut his
marketable.
hair.
Like
Okay.
that kitty left.
I did it.
Went to
Marker
the
hair would have made it
outside
more
world.
marketable, though.
Betty's really strong now. I know it's out there somewhere.
Strong
The strength
one
that I
day.
need
Strength for what?
Would it take whatever it takes?
to protect
I want to
the
wheel the
sunshine.
darkness.
Betty's really just like, whoever got off the island, I bet she's like, I wanna have that strength. Riku, once you find out who came off of the island, I think you're gonna question all of that.
No, I think you want the strength after you find that guy, because he's probably pissed at you. Get back to the island.
It's like, I want to be just like that person who left on this island. Well,
you were
kinda did it.
sort of, but you got over it.
Hey, that's the wrong
So Riku, they might get me
keyblade.
go up. I want you to abandon all my friends, bury my island. Just
By the way, that's the wrong keyblade. I totally have the Olympus one equipped right now.
He summoned the base one. Shut up. He can summon them all as he wants.
Okay, I need to go classic when I do this.
Hmm?
Just like when Riku went classic when he stole the Keyblade from you in Kingdom Hearts 1.
So long as you champion the ones you love.
Bam.
By the way, that is a total PNG on the keychain. I can so tell.
Fancy to people who have cutesy icons.
Okay, so this brings up. Okay, so this actually brings up a question. So, can any Keyblade builder can just pass on the Keyblade?
You gotta keep this a
They don't have
Yeah.
to be a master. They so.
I'm sure they just need the knowledge. Most people just don't know how to do it because they haven't been trained or taught.
You gotta keep this a secret for most of your 10-year life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, and
before it
I mean,
becomes relevant.
and they freaking retconned why Sora ended up with a Keyblade in the end. It's like, oh no, he was supposed to have a Keyblade to begin with. That was just not supposed to be Sora's Keyblade. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys.
I've got to keep it a secret.
It would be cool if
In Cage 1, the Keyblade just say, yeah, screw Destiny, I'm going with Sora. He's been the better person.
No, wasn't it just like, oh no, he's here. Where's Riku? He's gone.
No. Yeah, but that was like, okay, he'll come with me. And then when when it got to Hollow Bastion, he got the Riku got the Keyblade, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm the Keyblade Master, bitch. You weren't supposed to be.
Yeah,
and then when you go to fight him,
And I got a key.
when you go to
and
fight him,
I just got a keyblade that looks exactly like my base one. Oh yeah.
really, you don't say.
The power of love has converted your Keyblade into an even stronger Keyblade.
Kind of interesting that doesn't happen more often in the series, where your base Keyblade is like a power-up form.
Stop shit posting.
Okay.
Like, the only other time that kind of happens is in Union Key, but that's a gacha game, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely getting into the more serious scenes of Birth by Sleep, so I think it's best
Okay,
we
yeah,
should
now
stop.
we're into actual plot.
I mean, we'll
Okay.
never stop, but.
Wait. Actually, Urban, I have a request. I want to see if you can find it because I found it once and could never find it again. There's this one video, I believe I found it on Twitter, where someone took the Comedy Central video of the guy pretending to be Obama shaking everyone's hand.
Yep.
And they imprinted Sakurai's face over his as he goes through all of the new Smash characters.
Mhm.
I remember finding that video, loving it, but I can never find it again. Urban, can you see if you can find that
Oh,
video?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat, are you gonna change any of your equipment for when you fight Eric?
Yeah.
Then I just saw him. He passed
Also,
right
I'm
through.
gonna wager that
What happened?
his feet are not actually interacting with that.
Yeah.
Like, why do you stand on
How'd you even get up there, you old man?
I'm not even allowed to go up there.
Oh, I like to be tall.
And have this one repeated animation throughout this entire game. It's this one.
Hey, man.
Of course.
I'm
That's
look,
the
I'm
beauty
sorry,
of
Terra, but
armor. You don't have to animate
all of my
faces.
animation budget came into my wiggling hands.
Wiggly, wiggly.
So I know it's Xehanort wanted to come out of this interaction, but at the same time, what they all just. What if, it's just funny to think about. What if they just talk? Was Xehanort would have shown up? And
okay, Jason. At this point, none of them have talked. Do you expect them to?
I know. I'm just saying in this instance. I know what Xehanort wanted, but what if he showed up and he goes, wait, what? They're all alive? What is this nonsense? I expected death.
Also, from the people who brought you Sonic Shadow and Dark Blast, Dark Impulse. Yay. Terra, you're a good guy.
Am I a pretty good guy?
Talk about him.
Bad I know it was a video of Sakurai deleting messages.
What?
Urban, I want to see that right now. You go find that young man. I want to see this.
Wait, excuse me. I don't think I've seen that. Bad I know a video of Sakurai deleting
I want to see this.
What? It's a video of Sakurai doing what? I'm so...
Deleting Mexico.
Oh. Is it him just pressing a button and then a laser from the sky just wipes out Mexico?
Is it because they are big fans of Goku?
No, because they link Smash Brothers is why.
Why do I like punching you? Because it's my only counter back against the dang meme.
Oh, I forgot to equip the keyblade, my bad! It's gonna...
Step aside.
We're live streaming this. There was no real tension.
I won't.
Master Eriquist!
Or seriousness.
Just tell him why. Or don't kill Ventus at all or something.
Because honestly he couldn't think of a better reason, even though there are plenty of better options. Everybody's dumb in this game.
I like how it says, why do I have all my attempts to reach you fail? Why don't you explain it?
We tried dumping and it didn't work!
It's really interesting that we were spoiled on we were spoiled on Star Wars Episode 8 this early.
Stop being suicidal, Ventus.
Come
Yeah, pretty much.
You may be my master, but I will not.
Out of the light, that hurt.
I don't want to say it.
It's the opposite of out of the edge.
Out of the light.
Out of the light.
The darkness taking you? No, it probably took you. You ignorant asshole.
Well, I wouldn't be using the darkness if the light hasn't dissipated.
Yeah, talking about the story, Terra. Like,
this is a really cool boss fight, by the way.
It is. This boss fight is also another one of those, and now it gets even more difficult.
I like how it says quell, Eric.
By beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. Your idea is just like, I'm just gonna beat him up a little bit so he calms down. Also, hey, dark evil punches and stuff. What is this, Nier?
There was a hand, like evil hands that keep coming out. Come, Guardian.
Also, Terra only wields the
kinda.
power of darkness in this instance just because he was trying to protect his friend, and Ericus only realizes that right before he dies.
Well, now you can equip that keyblade, that.
Yep.
And do all that stuff again.
Oh, Pat, Urban wants to know if you could show the video that he was talking about.
What? I don't.
Of Sakurai deleting.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
You can certainly link it. I'm assuming. Of course, that'll be in the meme channel, which means
muted.
Right there it is. So go crazy.
Alright.
Well, while we have a very sad fight between Terra and Master Ericus, we are laughing over memes. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, hold on.
Also, that's a lot of cures.
Actually,
that's not too many cures. I was gonna say a lot of cures, but then I'm stupid. I always have 3 cures on.
No, wait, wrong one.
Oh, I asked again. Considering this is Master be Star Wars versus Star Trek, and Xehanort survives in the end of it all, does that mean no more like Star Trek more?
Oh no.
But does that also mean that Star Trek is evil?
Oh no, hang on.
Tranquilo, aquí tienes, pero no le digas a nadie, ¿ok?
Sí, sí, lo prometo. Oye, chaval, mira lo que tengo.
Oh, go.
What the fuck?
Where is it? In Mexico. They sold. Delete Mexico. What? I said delete.
Oh my goodness.
Es todo culpa tuya.
No, they will be forgotten.
Okay, I think we have our raid message.
Delete in Mexico.
Delete Mexico.
Delete Mexico.
What the fuck was that? No, it was best because it had like Sakurai talking and Microsoft Sam just like they release my game early.
There,
Delete
I give
Mexico.
up, really. Kingdom Hearts has been taken over by. Kingdom Hearts has
Well, I mean, it's
lived and
to be
died by
expected.
Kingdom Hearts, I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is memes.
Is memes.
Thought you were gonna say that Kingdom Hearts has been taken over by Smash Brothers, which isn't all that surprising since. Yeah.
Urban, thank you so very much for that video. Thank you,
Delete
man.
Mexico.
You know what, Pat? If you put this part on YouTube, it needs to have like, I don't know, like Sakurai's face on it or something.
Yeah.
Just no, it's just Sakurai. It's just Sakurai like blinking GIF.
The internet is a thing of beauty.
Now, in the thumbnail, you just have a very low opacity picture of Sakurai's face, so it's barely visible, but it doesn't take over the entire.
It's just
image.
Sakurai over Master Etiquette.
Alright, you exist, Etiquette.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. It's just that scene with Erica's in bed right before Terra comes in. No. Yeah, I got it. It's basically Erica's is like the 10 ninjas. Ben is Mexico, and then Terra's like the leakers.
Wow, you're taking a lot of damage.
Because like as soon as you're done, like he immediately can combo you.
Well, I'm not even just talking about combos. I'm just talking damage. Like, wow.
Yeah, like I said, because Ericus is another jump in difficulty. If you're not prepared, Ericus can be a really challenging boss fight.
I didn't remember him having this much damage output.
Yeah. It's a reason why it's another reason why again I said that Birth by Sleep is the most grind heavy Kingdom Hearts game, because they expect you to have a lot of stuff.
I mean, they probably. I think part of the reason it's been so difficult is we haven't. I mean, I hate to say the command board, but they kind of expected you to do that.
Get some of the stuff off of there. Also, hey Virgil.
I don't know what specific commands are locked behind the command board except for Ragnarok, but
There's like 2 or 3 for each of them.
But a lot of the really good commands you never even need to test the command board before. Outside of like the very specific commands, the command board is just another way to grind up commands, and you really don't feel like constantly fighting enemies.
But it takes forever because each match is really long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so looming on the video. I'm still looming on the video, darn it!
I literally got stunlocked to death. Why?
That's
By the way,
unfortunate.
Patrick, what
Man, you gotta beware of stingers, man. They're dangerous.
Patrick, I forget you answered this, but when are you going to do the command board?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you all, Jason. What was that?
When are you going to do the command board?
Probably with Aqua, most likely.
Okay.
She has the best chance of dealing with the darkness that is Cuckoo.
So, like I said, are darkness and despair interchangeable in this universe, or what?
I mean, probably not, but...
I mean, I would say if there are certain games that comes out like you can't have hope without spares, so I'm not saying which one, but
Not a big fan.
Yeah, but in terms of Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts has always been on the more side of black and white.
That was
With the exception of-
literally one hit.
With the exception of KH2. KH2 tried to go a little more gray area with Light and Darkness.
it's like
I thought that's the point of Riku's character. He's kind of that gray area.
I will walk the path of the
Riku,
dawn.
I'm the balancer.
I'm the bouncer.
Has anyone played that game?
I see
Nope.
it on like rental shelves and stuff like that, but
I know Matt McMuscles did a short playthrough of it, but I've never seen anything about that game. All I know is that it exists.
I went to MagFest.
Oh no, Master
oh
Eric is
my god,
abusing
I
his
literally
disability frames.
could not roll or anything out of that one.
Jesus!
Yeah, remember how I keep saying that Birth by Sleep boss fights get kind of bullshit? This is why.
Yeah.
What is it about the key plates that are like really simple that are seem like the best? Like simply designed. Like Kingdom
Except for
Hearts kind of
Ultimate-
boring, but at least it looks nice.
Except for Ultimate Weapon, which looks extravagant and is useful.
It's a little much, but I can understand why. Definitely keeping in tradition with the Final Fantasy roots.
Well,
Man,
and
that Stinger Rush.
And I guess, can we file winner's proof under that, because you get a massive attack boost, and magic boost, but the ability kind
Well,
of
it's
blows.
not even that much better than Decisive Pumpkin or Ultimate Weapon is the thing.
I'm just saying in terms of design, because it's just like, it's mushrooms everywhere.
We've come together to form a sword.
Our powers combined, we form.
It sounds like something from a cartoon that I forget.
Must not say planet.
I mean, I guess that was like Transformers or
Wonder Twins.
I was thinking the mini-con from Transformers Armada.
Possibly, but I mean, do you say 13 mini? Oh, you know what it is? It's attaching a wing to a wing to a wing to a wing to a wing endlessly in Starlink Battle for Atlas. That's what that is. Like, look it up. Look up somebody. They got the base R wing. For the Switch version, and they kept attaching, instead of attaching a weapon onto the wings, it just kept attaching more wings.
Patrick, is Fire Strike the only physical command that you have to attack right now?
No, I got more. No! Stinger! It literally comes out before.
Guess you gotta be faster on the guard.
Yeah.
But that's a thing, like, I don't even have time to do that. This boss sucks.
Don't react, anticipate.
How hard
I'm getting Zelda in flashbacks.
This is not nearly as bad as Zelda.
Yeah.
But I mean, Data Zelda or Kingdom Hearts' anime Zelda. Because I still think that's what was the best highlights you had. These streams, Pat. Oh wait, so are we gonna
Hamill, just die, please.
Not actually, please.
Yeah.
We don't need to lose. We don't need to lose any more people this year.
Yeah.
Jarvan has the best device, Pat. Don't get hit.
Those Isaiah strats aren't helping me right now.
Like, this is what happens when you fight a Star Wars character.
Imagine if, like, as a joke, Nomura makes the quote-unquote Star Wars boss fight that people would think with the Marvel junk merge, and they just put this fight, but they just put a really bad
A distraction gave me $1. I see.
Is that urban?
Oh, distraction. Well played.
But anyway, they just reinsert this boss fight, but just put a really poorly edited lightsaber over his sword. It's like, here's your Star Wars boss fight.
I was mashing square that entire time. I just want people to know that.
I really don't have much to say in terms of this boss fight.
You were matching square?
Yep, the dodge, block, any of that kind of button, nothing.
I said you were mashing square.
I'll clip that right now, Urban, but okay.
I see what she's doing. I think. I won't say it then.
Hey look, Rampage started, The Rock is on TV.
Be back in a second, guys.
We can't count on which
He's
one
gonna
gets
go see
the
that.
most
He's
out.
gonna go watch some Rampage featuring The Rock.
Plot twist, The Rock is rampaging.
I literally
How many movies he's
did
in?
not do anything about that bullshit. We're gonna go grind.
Well, we're gonna be here all night, so Q&A, everybody.
We're gonna grind.
Q&A.
Time to go
Back to Neverland.
Time to go to the grind world.
Funny how we're going to a place where you'll never grow up to get stronger and grow. Also, yeah, you have to do all your
hi, Terra.
merging again.
How you been?
But Sonic.
Red Delicious is a classic.
Lady goodness.
I do like the pinky or glades.
You know what, Pat? You're missing what? You know why you were doing bad? You didn't have Asuna on your command board.
Yeah, totally.
Clearly, what you were doing wrong.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Q&A time. Let's go.
Patrick, I see what you're a big fan of.
What?
No, I just saw what you put in your deck.
Jeez, can you tell I like Diamond Dust?
You know, people don't care about Persona Q2, but there is an adorable GIF of Kanji hugging Morgana, and it's adorable.
I've been thinking about giving Persona Q a shot.
No, Urban, no, you can't.
I'm actually not a big fan of Diamond Dust. Only insofar that I will use it to get to a Blade Charge. But I'm not a big fan of the moveset that Diamond Dust gives you.
I like Blade Charge, and I also like I also like the one you get when you defeat Ericus.
I haven't seen anything from Luca Jin's Danganronpa 2 playthrough because I'm going to be playing Danganronpa 2 blind in a few months. Well, in like a month.
Does he give you the Rock Breaker? Or Rock Breaker, but the last style, or is that something you get from DRG?
Actually, I should watch Lucas's DR2 playthrough since I need to refresh my memory on D2 DR2.
Most on point jokes when she's co-commentating that.
The only part of any Danganronpa game that I need to refresh my memories on is the actual Clash Trials.
Actually, it's the Clash Trials I remember the most. It's more the investigation scenes, because at least in Clash Trials, they're all fully voiced, so it's much easier to remember.
But here's the thing, I'm the opposite. I remember everything outside of the outside of the Clash Trials. And I also really like the Clash Trials, but I'm so hyper focused when I'm actually playing during the Clash Trials, trying to figure stuff out that by the time I'm done, I just move on. I'm just like, all right, that investigation's over. I'm just gonna plop that one out of my brain to make room for the next one.
Okay, so are we grinding?
Yep.
Because I just came back from
Yep. So we're Q&Aing right now.
I like the Thunder Surge style.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Scrum Debate is pretty hyped.
I just want Ultimate to be here already, man.
Well.
I just ordered food and it came. I have Subway.
thought you said food in a cave. I was like, what?
Yeah, food in the cave.
Yeah, food in the cave. What? You think I'm so sort of organized civilian that eats food in a house?
I've been stuck in this cave for 5 years. Help me! I need food and water.
Urban asks, Alexandra, what's your name? Stay with you, Pat. Kappa.
I could share a story that my mom told me about when she was trying to get her driver's license.
Urban, yes, Urban, and that's gonna be the raid message because of the
Delete Mexico.
delete Mexico.
I don't know who we're rating yet, but I just want to see the confusion on their face. Delete Mexico.
What? It's like, what, the word? The country? I'm so confused.
And then I'm gonna wake up on Twitter and everyone's gonna think I'm racist and blah 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 blah.
Maybe it should be DLET.
DLT.
Just so we can... Let Mexico, just so they know we're joking. Maybe it should be that.
And then I wake up and then I see a video from Game Theory. Is we do racist?
Oh no!
If this random person just... I mean, Patrick,
And it will be more successful than any video I have put out in the last 5 years.
I mean, Patrick, I have a question. Are you Ness?
Okay.
Okay. What's that?
I remember.
I don't like squeaky toys in my column. What's going on?
Yes, I have JoJo.
We're having a lot of Danganronpa questions. I'm not complaining, but it's pretty hard to talk about Danganronpa without spoiling.
Yes, the problem is you guys are giving us Danganronpa questions, but I can't answer any Danganronpa questions.
So how were you guys introduced to Danganronpa?
My friend Aaron from Choir was like really hyping up the first game when it was about to come out in America. I remember back. This was like back in 2013, I want to say.
I watched the anime adaptation of the first game. It did its job enough, but I mean, obviously playing the game is better. But
It's actually when I started to get into Nico B and I started watching Danganronpa. Then yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, what would our ultimate talents be?
Ultimate cartoonist.
I would say Pat's the ultimate actor.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, but that.
I don't have one. I would have one.
Surprisingly, there is an ultimate actor in any of the games, which is surprisingly.
Guess I could be the ultimate singer?
So you're Sayaka.
No, I'm no pop idol. Trust me, I don't look good.
It's got sad.
Favorite trial.
Favorite trial from the first?
I'd say honestly Trial 3 was probably my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Trial 3, yeah.
Really? I mean, Trial 3 is not bad, but most people agree. Most people consider that Trial.
Awesome.
My problem with the third. My trouble with Chapter 3 is it's pretty obvious who the culprit is. Holy crap!
I guess with Danganronpa 1, I kind of knew who was the culprit in every case, honestly, like pretty early on.
You knew. I mean, well, the first one spelled it out.
Yeah, but even in the second one, I still had a pretty good idea.
Oh, I mean, it was POE to narrow it down to a list of possible people, yes, but the fourth trial, let's be real here.
It's like, I don't know about the fourth trial for me. I will say, honestly, the final case is easily my least favorite part of Danganronpa 1.
Exposition, take everything.
Yeah, I mean, just
All I can say is that the 6th trial of each game is like that.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did that too so perfectly.
Oh, yay.
But compared to the last trial of each game, V's last trial is the best one.
Oh, by and large, yes, it's one of my favorite trials.
Okay, good, because I'll say I felt like the last trial of Danganronpa 1, I felt like over exposition, and honestly, I think takes the metaphor way too literally for me at that point, where I was like,
Actually, I'm wondering, Patrick, have you been spoiled on the Mastermind?
for 2, no, I have not.
For D1, when you go
No, I was not spoiled, but I had a pretty good idea who it was, honestly.
If I had to rank my top 3 trials of the series, number three is the 4th trial for V3. Number 2 is the 1st trial for V3, and number 1 is the 5th trial from Dr.
Oh yeah, 2 is usually people's like favorite. My top 3 would have to be the 1st trial from V3. A tie, but I mean in terms of rankings here, a tie between the 5th trial in 2 and the final trial in V3, and my number 1 favorite is actually the 5th trial in V3.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite too. 5th trial was really.
See, I can talk. I can't do much Danganronpa, but I can talk Ace Attorney, so I can do that.
I can't talk Ace Attorney.
I
can't do
Ace
either.
Attorney. Hey Patrick, favorite case for Ace Attorney, Trials of
Trials and Tribulations final case, like not even a question.
Not even a contest. Baby.
Well, okay, admittedly, I'll also accept final case of Justice for All as well, but like personally for me, three's final case takes the case.
Takes the case.
Out of the original trilogy, the final case of Ace Attorney 2 is the only one that you get a bad ending.
Yeah.
Would say that I like the special mention for the DLC Case of Dual Destinies, even though it kind of aged poorly.
Yeah.
But also, you know what's really unfortunate about DR1? I mean, as good as it is, I can definitely tell, like, after you start playing the other games, you can definitely tell it hasn't aged that great.
I think...
No, like, okay, so like, the thing about that is the fact that I would never say that D1 is a bad game.
No.
But you can also tell that by DR2, they had a better idea of what they wanted to do, and they just went crazy. And they
you know what's interesting? Kodaka, like the creator of the games, was the one who made all the executions in the first one, and someone else made the executions for 2. And Japan hated most of the executions in 2, so Kodaka had to come back and make all the executions for V3.
And V3, yeah, that it was something else.
Terra, what are you doing?
Does not look very appealing.
Also, and speaking of the executions, V3 has the most how do I put this? Oh, the most trollish ones. I feel like Monokuma goes out of his way to troll them in V3.
It honestly makes, I think that's the most likely. I only remember one execution that isn't troll.
I mean, that's the point. Yeah. That's the point. The troll is supposed to be, they're supposed to fill them with hope only for the last second to have that hope whisked away from them. That's the point. Now that I think about it, with the exception of maybe like only 2 executions and 2 actually successfully do that. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait. Anyway, I guess back to DR1, since Pat actually knows about that one. I think the thing about with the cast of DR1, which they're fine, but I feel like they killed mostly all the
I completely agree.
Too soon.
Yeah, they kill most of the likable characters because you have.
By the time
you've got the sidekick that you may or may not like. You've got the dumb girl that she's okay. You've got the detective girl that was. Yeah, he could be better. Kyoko was hit or miss for me. Because, like, at the start of the game, she's, like, there, and then in the middle of the game, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be fine, and then she becomes a jerk to you. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I have trust issues.
I have a question. Is she the detective? DR1?
Yes. Yeah, Kyoko.
Yeah, she, I don't remember their names for DR1. I remember, like, 3. But, Kyoko has a giant hypocrite moment in DR1.
Yeah, and it really sticks out. It's kind of, like, really jarring and against her character sticking out. To the point that it's bugged me to this day. But the survivors, like I said, are a bubbling sidekick you may or may not like. A not very smart athlete you may or may not like. The detective you may or may not like. The girl with the split personality, whose split personality is more entertaining than her herself, and the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I say this, Patrick, I have a question. Are we allowed to talk about who actually dies in Danganronpa 1?
I would say not.
Okay, so going by that rule, one of the characters one of my favorite characters in DR1 is the one that dies in the 4th case.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Let me put it this way. Lucajin. Lucajin was heartbroken. She's like, I knew this was coming. I was like, oh no. Because here's the thing. Lucajin, mind you, she's of course happily married to Proton John and everything, but she is bisexual. She's always said she's had a thing for more like burlier women. Hence why she was kind of upset with Jasper and Steven Universe. But anyway, so
yeah.
She was broken. That broke her to know. I was like, oh no.
I remember just all the comments for the Danganronpa 1 was just like, this is just the most depressing Danganronpa 1 playthrough I think of.
Let's play ever.
Also, can I just say, the 4th case of Danganronpa 1, also, in that case, also made me really hate a certain character. And I don't want to say who it is because that spoils who actually survives.
Yeah, don't attack the Moogle. He did nothing wrong.
I mean, honestly, the thing about Lucajin is, like, you hear he really actually cares for these characters, so it's kind of heartbreaking.
The only like let's play I didn't agree with this mentality of the characters at the end was he's like, I like the characters in some capacity except for the culprit of the second trial because he said his motive was BS. I was like, oh no, you didn't, man.
Yes.
Oh. I was
that was honestly one of my favorites of the people that did it, kind of thing. Even though my favorite character in Danganronpa 1 is probably honestly Celeste. I don't know why. I've just always kind of really dug her.
I mean, to be fair, my favorite character. I mean, mind you, a lot of people's favorite character in V3 is the guy you would consider psychotic, but you question if he is actually psychotic. But you'll see that eventually.
V3 has my favorite plot twist.
I mean, there's a lot of plot twists, so take your pick.
I don't like aerial slam, but it's pretty useless in boss fights.
I would say V3.
The big one.
I would say I think I like V3's cast the most, even though I would say DR2 I like mostly almost everyone. And
like here's the thing. There's always one or two characters in the cast I just don't like. And it's either upon meeting them or it's after the fact.
Hey Pat, do you want to maybe invest in a healed guard?
How do I get that?
You might be able to use that as soon and just merge that with one of your spare blocks.
Jojo, for the record, said character you are referring to, she's on the lower end of my liked characters for DR2. I mean, she's there, and some of her mannerisms do irk me. I'll just leave it at that.
So to talk about aspects of Danganronpa series that we can actually go into without spoiling, I remember after me and my friend were done playing V3, he beat V3 first before I did. He ranked the game in terms of the funnest to play, and he said that to him V3 felt like the funnest game to go.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fun to play.
Yeah. Gameplay wise, V3 is the best.
And my only little gripe with V3 in terms of the trials is that some of the answers for the debates I thought were a little obtuse, and I didn't agree with some of them.
There was one mechanic that they introduced in V3 that I thought was going to be really annoying, but what they did with it, I'm glad that's all they did with it, because I could have got a really obnoxious.
The scrum?
No, not that.
Taxi?
Am I allowed to say it?
I'm sure gameplay stuff won't be the end of the world.
Okay, lying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
I mean, for me, when I saw that in the demo of V3, I was just like, oh, I can bring on my inner ace attorney at this point. Bluff your way.
Okay, so you did play.
Yeah, I played the demo of V3.
Okay, so
you actually know
the way that the mechanic is done is the fact that it could have easily just been any one of the evidence that you have. You can twist it into a lie, and you can just do that at any point in the trial, and that could have got it really confusing. But thankfully, they make it very obvious at what point you should lie in the trial and which evidence that you should lie with. Because there's always
they don't make it obvious. They don't make it obvious on the evidence, but they make it like as the game progresses. They will eventually it becomes pretty clear as the trial progresses. As people are talking, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to tip this in my favor. I need to lie.
But each trial, they always give you one evidence that's only there to lie.
Alright, let's see how we do.
Alright, round 2!
Yay.
Get
Heal guard, but then again, most of the time you die, you're getting combo chains, so it's kind of irrelevant.
I have second chance now at least, though.
Oh, that's irrelevant though, because I won't save you from a combo. Once more saves you from that combo.
And there we go.
Then it's not gonna go. Yep.
And that's one.
Well, at least it wasn't Stinger last time.
We shall begin once again.
And this is why Eric is Keyblade Master. You're not Terra.
Because he has iframes?
Yes.
I guess to finish up DR.
That's why Aqua became a Keyblade Master, because she has all those iframes.
To finish DR, I think what I consider V3 cast my more favorite is that even though they're a lot less likable characters, some of them they're mostly at least entertaining, and the characters that do make you like
that's unfortunate.
I like really a lot, so it's really heartbreaking when things happen, so yeah.
There's one character in V3 that I was kind of iffy about, but then when we hit a certain point in the story, she shot up my list so hard.
I know. Let me just. I'm gonna try to DM you who I'm assuming you're talking about.
Okay.
Alright, now back to Kingdom Hearts.
It's a franchise.
I like the use of the offhand when using Dark Impulse, but I don't really like the combo string. I like some of the finishers though, because it kind of reminds me of Nero's attacks, but... Hey, you survived the string, a string of stingers. That's a first, isn't it?
Yeah! Iframes!
Yeah, stop it.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. If you guys go back and watch the wait, Urban, go ahead and whisper me that meme, because I think I might know what you're talking about.
Okay, desperation move.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Said I think I know what Urban's talking about.
Crawling fire. How come crawling fire only seems useful when bosses use it, and not you?
Cause it's how AI works. Haven't you seen Pokemon? They always have 100% hit rate with moves that are only at 55 accuracy.
I'm not talking about the hit rate. I'm talking about how they.
Sleeper doesn't work when you use sleeper in all itch.
I was mostly talking about the application, but okay. Hey, Master, I'm just gonna chill out right here.
Yeah,
why aren't you burning?
There we go! He's dead!
We're free! We killed an old guy!
Yay!
You know what? I'm gonna attribute this to a couple of level ups, so you didn't die immediately when you got hit by most of that stuff. Unless you did you get any more HP boosts?
I think I maybe got one.
Yeah, because I think your HP is larger than it was.
Well, you really want to increase it. Well, I mean, HP boost is also an ability. You can have up to 3.
You can get those within like the first world if you try.
Try hard enough.
I will give props to Terra's voice acting here.
Yeah, this is a pretty well done scene. What's the dialogue was in Kingdom Hearts?
Now, before it happens, Terra is the one who's actually responsible for killing Ericus. Like,
I mean, he sets him up. He didn't deliberately kill him, but he was the light. He was the match that lit the fire.
Yeah, and this is also the scene where there's also like the moment where like Terra was totally in the right, because all Terra was doing was just like protecting his friend.
Yeah.
And the only way he could really do that by just harnessing the power of darkness.
Like he saw his friend about to get murdered, and he stepped in.
Which in the Kingdom Hearts timeline, the first instance was somebody was using darkness that not for evil purposes.
Finally, Kingdom Hearts actually killed someone. For now.
Except maybe like it's unclear what actually happened with Ericus because his light's still there. What?
Master Xehanort, why?
Xehanort, the scene would have
way
a lot
to
more
kick the puppy when it's down.
Xehanort, the scene would have a lot more impact if you weren't using the face
puppy? I don't see a puppy.
Fine, kick the German Shepherd when he's down.
Would Terra be a German Shepherd?
If he was, I would have.
Master Xehanort, could you not swing for the better face model?
Fingers!
Oh, thank you. Damn.
Go away.
Nimoy did such a great job.
Yes.
Oh, little Nimoy, he commands.
Yeah, he is the best.
Like you don't get to hear. Like Mark Hamill does a great job too. You just don't get to hear him.
He is the best. He is the best part of the entire story of Birth by Sleep to me.
What's that, Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Well, I'm
he's
like
pretty
I said,
good in
and
3D as well,
distance, but he's there for such a short. I mean, his actual voice is there for such a short period.
He has the same problem that Ericus has in this game with Mark Hamill. It's just like you don't get to hear him talk that often, but when he does talk, it's solid performances.
So
I hope
I don't know my voice acting things way nearly as much as you guys do, but Mark Hamill's in
Yeah, it's Ericus.
Yeah,
he voiced
Ericus right there.
Oh, wait, really? That was Mark
Yeah.
Hamill?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we killed Mark Hamill.
That's why we have the jokes of Star Wars versus Star Trek because Leonard Nimoy
Memories.
And I hope in the
right
original game you got all those chests in this world.
And if not, you better go fight the. On to say the unknown, but he's the mysterious figure.
So I've seen Chain of Memories.
I hate that how many bosses in this series have a name that's like, you don't know my identity, so I have some variation of who am I? Mysterious figure, the unknown. There's only two, but there's like
Oh yeah, that's right! Tom Fox did make that joke. Oh no, the cafeteria!
What are you talking about? We don't even eat.
So are we going into Endgame?
Yep.
Or...
I mean, that's the only world left.
Okay. Words.
And honestly, I would still recommend doing a little bit more grinding.
Maybe just.
Okay, that was bad.
I've got a legit question. Considering the Chaos Ripper looks a lot more like what Vanitas, would be more suitable for Vanitas. Why does Terra get it? You think
because he partaked in the murder of his master?
You just think Ben would get it though. Time for more grinding! Yay!
But Ventus is a pure boy. Why would he wield an evil weapon?
Shut up! Hold on, where is it? Where is it?
Oh, we don't have Ace Archer, so we don't
Hold
get
on,
the
hold
shut
on,
up.
hold on.
Well, I mean, anyone can
Shut
do
up!
it.
There we go.
They could just.
Do you want to level up Dark Impulse? That gives a lot better invincibility
Okay.
frames. Plus, you can just mash it out when you
Alright,
get to
yeah,
the
let me do that.
higher limit. I like the Shotlux in which all you have to do is just mash X. Oh wait, is that no? Yeah, Dark Impulse is one where you.
I have Flame Salvo, Dark Volley, and Thunderstorm.
Dark Volley, that's what it is.
I was
getting
talking
mixed up with the storm.
Since we're back to grinding and everything, on another Danganronpa, without spoiling anything, like if you go back and like look through a lot of the details in each of the chapters in each game, there's a lot of similarities to them, except that they do a twist on the same, like it's a twist on the same theme in each chapter. Like the twist in let's say the twist in chapter 1 is the person you're trusting. Like the person who's most trustworthy isn't someone you can actually trust.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Going through mental PTSD.
Oh, I don't understand. I'm crying.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Okay.
We got explosion!
Yay!
Yay!
Listen, Alexandra, I finished the first chapter of V3. I had to watch it back. I was like, Jason, what's wrong? I'm a video game character, die!
Hey, wait, you're telling me that you felt more sad than DR2's Trial 5?
Listen.
We're listening.
I am blank faced right now because I have nothing for this.
Sophie, we don't talk about that one. I love that one.
Well, I mean, we will talk about that when Pat gets to it next month.
It's my favorite.
No, I want someone to draw some fan art of just Pat just raging at Birth by Sleep. We're having this round table and Jason is just like making these conspiracy theories about Dog.
No, it's you see,
everyone's just sitting around the
no.
And then just the fun is just blankly sipping.
No, you see, here's it's exactly. It's me raging at the game. Jason with Judgment Day signs and stuff like that, conspiracy theories, and
what conspiracy theories am I
and then Alexandra, Sweet Jenks and Sophie, you guys are just all at a round table, sipping tea, all eloquent,
Sophie and Alexandra are talking and they're interacting with each other, and they're just kind of not even looking at anyone.
Then you're just blankly just sipping tea, what is going on? Why am I here?
I would roll that, but I don't know half of your faces.
But yes.
The icon, that's a lot of people.
Made me cry.
Oh yeah, then we put Urban Legend in. Urban Legend is quietly putting $500 in fake.
No, it's one of those. No, he's just
into Patrick's house to
No, he's just sliding 500.
The best avatar. I know the best avatar for Urban. He's the summoner.
No, it's in the image where I'm raging. It's just Urban Legend right behind me, just sliding $500 onto the desk.
No, anybody watch Proton John gets it. Urban is another identity of Lord Donator. If you watch Proton John, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Speaking of probate, in relation to a large donation amount, I totally missed that they made a probate reference in Machina Bridged.
Did?
When they were doing the live tweeting for the Shinra parade.
Oh, no, it's on the Shintranet, get it right.
No.
No, fuck you.
Commenter post a comment not making fun of Cloud.
Oh.
Oh yay, I got Deep Freeze when I have a Keyblade that gives me -2 magic.
Well, I mean, you could do Pixie Dust and that's fine, but...
No.
Deep Freezing magic? I forget.
I mean, to be fair, you play as Terra, what even fucks up magic?
I mean, the only magic you could really enjoy is Dark Viega, but even then...
Or Mega Flare.
Yeah, well, Mega Flare's not really for bosses, unfortunately. Dark Viega is pretty great just because of the homing.
So when you brought up Dark Valley earlier, I was going to say, oh, you mean Ragnarok? Because that's what Dark Flare God, it really is. I mean,
I think I'm actually leveled up enough, so let's head.
How about this ask? How long are we gonna grind here?
Like, you might as well meld yourself a heal guard, just because it's really useful.
How do I do that?
A little better. Asuna and a block level 3.
Okay.
how I do that?
If you only have one block command, then you'll need to grab another one before you can merge them.
It's like riding a bike. Never forget.
It's a weird thing how they make it so you're not allowed to be without a block, but I don't think block merges with anything that isn't a block. Also, I'm disappointed that Union Key did not give us an explanation for who did these attacks.
Lord Donator donated $1. Alright.
I wonder who that could be.
What did it say? Oh, there was no message.
I gotta go to Streamlabs in order to...
Jojo, I saw.
Alex?
I want to know who did
Wolves in his eye, Lord
This is a
Donator.
very interesting environment.
Alright, now honestly to my favorite part of Birth by Sleep, Keyblade Graveyard, which I really love.
My favorite area, certainly. I don't like the boss encounter. I don't like the enemy
I like how your
encounters
favorite
because-
area is the gray and lifeless
It
area.
strangely has the most character, I feel like, out of any of the worlds, so it's kind of the weird part.
I can't wait
Kingdom
to
Hearts is
see the
exclusive.
Graveyard in KH3.
Oh,
Remind
yeah.
everybody died.
It's totally the D is totally badass because it's backwards. Dun, dun,
Just
dun.
like Disney's stuff.
Yeah, the Keyblade.
No, if it's like Disney, then it needs to be a backwards G.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that thinks the Disney logo is a backwards G.
I used to not think so, but then people ruined
No,
it.
I've always
So
thought
now I
that as a
do.
kid. I was just like, that's backwards G. It's not a D. Huh?
Also, unrelated, but sort of, I was watching some Smash Brothers footage.
No! Why'd you have to tell me that, Patrick?
Stop it, Jason.
What can I say except you're welcome?
So I was watching a quick Smash Brothers, like some Smash Brothers footage real
Yeah.
quick, and every time his Cinnamore like botches the side B, I swear it sounds like he's saying damn.
Damn, not here.
Incineroar, you're a heel, not a swearer.
And I wish I could have a no that's wrong thing. I need to learn to draw more Danganronpa-ish.
Oh, actually, nothing ridiculous. Actually, there's this person whose their art similar to Danganronpa style. They've been drawing a lot of the Runaway guys and their affiliates.
I see.
And the DR style, giving them ultimates and stuff. And that one was supposed to be the one JoJo Link was supposed to be Stephen plays Mal. Urban Link's the one. Oh, that was yours? You commissioned? Cool, Urban. I saw that on the page. I was like, who did that? It looks cool. I was like, oh, it's yours. That's awesome.
But yeah, in terms of like the donation goal and stuff like that, since I know Urban has been contributing a lot to that, I'm really gonna be kind of pushing for that more once Ultimate drops, because that's when, like, okay, time to start getting competitive.
I mean, being competitive would be fun.
It's
I
fun.
know. I remember when back in high school when Smash was like our main thing at the video game club.
Okay.
There was this guy named, we call him Ox, and he would obliterate everybody. Like whenever we do Smash tourneys at our area.
Was this
scared to go against
Brawl then at that point?
Smash
Oh, it was
4.
Smash 4. Okay. Who do you name? Out of curiosity.
Mostly Cloud.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I can hit this one.
It's funny, like, trying to remember Smash Brawl, because I know me and my dorm mates played a lot of Smash Brawl in the lead up to Smash
okay,
Brawl. I honestly can't even remember who were, like, my mains. I just played everyone because I was kind of just average for casual, I
what
should
do we
say.
call it? I'll always remember my school tried to get a video game club up and running, and one of the first ones was a Brawl tournament. What they had was everybody was assigned a random character kind of thing to try and make it balance. Like, okay. But then the weird part, them Pokeballs on high. Like,
Why?
excuse me?
Listen.
That reminds me of the Evo in which items were allowed. That
Yeah.
Rena, I would say I love item matches because of how
I mean, item matches are fine,
but like not when money is on the line.
Like,
So,
But say, wait, it's like I was like, time out. They actually let items on an Evo.
yeah, they did at Brawl first.
I think it was like Brawl's first
Yeah.
Evo.
Brawl's first and only Evo.
Yeah.
You mean on the big stage because they've still had Brawl. It's just not been.
Well, as a main event.
Yeah. Well, when you're talking Evo, it's almost always the main events that you're actually talking about.
So Pat, what's the donation go? So $500.
No, that's for TMG later.
Urban, don't.
This is Urban's new threat now. He can ask anything.
He now bullies me with kindness is what he's doing right now.
I'm confused. Did you like cast?
I don't know
slow
what
or
happened.
something? Like, why is he so slow?
I don't know. Either that or
No,
just
you know what we
something
keep
going
saying of how Lingering Will is so fast compared to Terra? Now he's becoming Lingering Will at this point.
I hear you.
You're just in constant
Yeah.
watch time.
Listen, Urban. I'm an Urban supporter.
Well, just support the better qualities of Urban, not the insane money spending.
Not
one.
not the capitalism of Urban.
But see, listen, here's my secret. I'm always insane.
You need to really stop using that name.
Never. Let's go. You're good at my father. You're not my uncle. You're not my family.
I really.
But
don't
I am
know
your
what
Twitch
you're
boss.
doing
Hey, you're Twitch boss and you're fired. Oh God, no.
Oh no, there's no one here anymore.
I am very concerned if we give Urban the Twitch Discord, because then he's going to meme everything.
The Twitch. I thought you meant the main Discord. Is like the main Discord. He's a subscriber, though.
He's never gonna leave, apparently. Not when he has enough money to keep making $500.
You got me for life. God, I am scared for my birthday stream at this point, Urban. that's gonna be a dangerous day.
I really hate this enemy
Yeah.
encounter because those stupid weeds are so far away that they can just really snipe you.
Yeah.
Everything is really disorienting, so it's really easy to kind of lose track.
Get sucked into my tornadoes, Terra.
Going back to talking about the world, out of all
Why
the
are there
original worlds, the
tornadoes?
Keyblade Graveyard is honestly my least favorite. And that's just maybe because I'm a big fan of color. And,
That's at least going on in terms of
I guess for me, I just enjoy the atmosphere of it a lot.
It's a nice contrast to everything else, and it's mostly a build-up
Yeah.
to all the final bosses.
Yeah.
I will say I don't like most of these enemy encounters.
This is just a
at least how
grind
they're set
fest
up.
right here.
Yeah.
If they just spawned on the overworld, that would be fine. But I don't really care.
I
for
think
the
they're
little
I think
pockets.
it's supposed to be similar to End of the World in Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
1.
I didn't really like that either.
Don't forget me!
Well, specifically, at least the other one had one specific spot that made grinding easier.
But even then,
Urban, you gotta be
the area
specifically
outside of
invited
the
by Patrick
checkpoint.
to into that Discord,
Yeah.
sir. And now you ain't
well,
gonna be.
because I did talk to. He is going to be in here when we get to Danganronpa too, because he's pretty much the reason that's happening at this point. So.
Oh boy.
Kind of like how Rabid's Discord is opening up this month. Just the Hell Gates will be open when Urban comes in.
Ooh. You have a soft spot for Xenoblade 2, even though Xenoblade 1 story-wise is infinitely
Well,
better.
it's kind of hard to beat Xenoblade 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm concerned that it seems to be a running gag of treating Melia dirty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poor girl.
I will find out about that at some point because I got a lot more interest in Xenoblade because because I discovered a video series by the guy by the name of Lund, who did this is insert character here for all the important characters in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I discovered Zack. Is it either Zack or Zeki? The guy with the big sword who keeps a frog.
Pat, I think you should set cure to your shortcut command.
Wait, there's shortcut commands in Perfect? I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If you press square on the item in the list, you can set it to the shortcut, and when you press, I guess it's left on the D-pad, it goes right to it.
I never knew about that.
That's really useful when you're getting comboed to shit by the final bosses, or the super bosses, I should say. Also the final bosses, but usually the super bosses.
Yeah.
I learned something new about Birth by Sleep today. Thank you for expanding my knowledge.
That tends to happen sometimes.
I'm not paying you though.
Damn.
Also, yeah, Asuna and Block. Because I don't think I saw you make that, unless you did.
I haven't
apologize for not paying attention. Is it Asuna? Did you... Wait, did you have to level up Asuna? I forget.
Jojo, that's because the artist indicated
Oh,
that
it might be
that
because
was
you
one
only
of
have
their
one block.
that was one of the artist's inspirations for Luca, Jojo, so that makes perfect.
Yeah, you need to get another block command before you can do that. Which you can certainly get from the Moogle once you get past this.
So I just found out that Discotech is going to be releasing a bunch of older anime series of Blu-ray next year. One of them being the original 51 episodes one of the original Beyblade, which I have a hugely nostalgia for, so I'm certainly considering buying
I saw a bunch of that as a kid, but I never saw the whole thing.
I have seen all of 51 episodes of the original Beyblade series 5 times.
Cool.
I really liked Beyblade.
Clearly. That's slow. Do you think of the Peter Pan that super slow down effect seems to stay on? That might be a bug. I mean, I'm not complaining from a combat standpoint because it's great, but it's just weird when you're just staring at everything moving in slow.
Yeah.
So I could really think of like between people or by the target of how much I miss some things and my absurd luck.
You really want to be compared by those two.
Worst D-Link?
See, here's the thing. I don't think there's necessarily a bad.
Okay,
Some have like abilities that you might not be a
Savan,
fan of,
what do I need for, the thing?
A fully leveled block and Etsuna. Etsuna.
Okay,
you just need to buy an extra block so that you have
block
one
and then
so the game
Asuna?
doesn't fling.
What's Asuna?
It's it's a magic spell that cures status effects.
In terms of
how do I form that?
You don't need to. You can buy it, but you already have one, so.
It's
also something you don't have to level up.
Okay, hold on. Mel. So, block. Get rid of that, and then.
If we're going to talk about D-Links, my favorite D-Link is
Jason, hold on just a second. I need to.
Is it not showing up? Am I forgetting the comment?
Okay, a block and then Asuna? Okay, Asuna. There it is. Alright, and then any kind of crystal I should give it?
I forget what those have. Like I can look up what they offer you.
See, I just had the command page open and I closed it.
You humming?
Renewal block.
Yeah, just clearing the space.
Recipes, Atsuna and Block. It's a I recipe. That tells me nothing, but I just clicked. You can get a Thunder Boost, a Magic Haste, a Combo Finisher Plus, Air Combo Plus, HP Boost, Treasure Magnet, or Link White Prize Plus.
Let's go for Combo Finisher, which is that.
Pulsing.
Alright.
Going back to D-Links, my favorite D-Link in this game is one that Terra doesn't have access to, but Ventus Aqua. And that's the D-Link you get with Mickey.
Mickey's is pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the minigame, but this command list is pretty nice.
Mainly because once you max them out, it makes grinding go by faster.
Yeah, between him and Stitch, you really want to use them for farming stuff out.
Yeah. But outside of them, I wouldn't want to say there's a bad D-Link
Like
in this game.
there's some who have like finishers that are annoying to use, and that's really up to preference at that point. Like I don't really like Ventus's finisher in his second finisher, but I like the first one. His move list is pretty great.
Whoa.
Oh god, someone found something funny.
What I really enjoy about the D-Links is the fact that some of the, like, they rename some of the moves to fit more with the character you're dealing
Yeah, that's
with.
a nice touch.
Yeah.
A little annoying when you're trying to find a move at a glance, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
save real quick and then final boss this time.
Yeah.
Finally, something to talk about.
Alright.
Time to go beat up an old
Yee!
man.
How many times do we have to beat you,
Oh,
man?
old man. We'll be done with the heavy travesty.
Listen, he's a heavy chance to you know, but to me, he's my purchase point. Don't worry, Terra. I'll always have your back.
I'm definitely going to be interested when we get to Kingdom Hearts 3 and we see the rematch of Terra, Nord, and Lingering Will. I'm curious as just about how it comes about. Also, the man get used to seeing this.
Oh
cutscene.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even when Ventus is
not here,
story, you still see all of it.
Now sometimes I swear in this like cloud of keyblades, I swear I see the keyblade that you get for beating Sephiroth among them.
It's quite possible. There might be the Fenrir over there.
Yes.
Can't believe it took this time for them to finally talk. Well, it's too late, everybody.
Master's dead. Our lives are ruined.
The Master.
We've all basically played into the enemy's hands.
If you just talk to Terra like this.
Also, we're gonna have a real bad case of gameplay versus cutscene
Oh,
dissonance
yeah.
because this beatdown we're about to see does not match up with how you now win.
Yeah.
By the power of friendship.
Like, I would say that what we're about to see is pretty definitive.
I did need to be watched. I went astray.
Well, they're not their keyblades and they respect them, Austin. Also, they have less power than a real keyblade.
Yeah. And a lot of them have...
Because they're actually real swords at this point.
A lot of them have bandages on their things.
Xehanort is feeding the dark fires with
The symbol?
making you fight. You'll go
Bandages,
astray.
bandages, bandages.
Yeah. Ericus made it a bit of the uniform. Like, he couldn't make it a standard uniform, but he said you had to have this.
Oh, Eugen Cross. I get it now. Ah.
I still need to see what the latest cutscenes gave us.
Xehanort wants me and Benitez to fight.
Oh, we'll get to that when we get to Van's story.
Oh
want me to make some
It
kind
begins.
of Keyblade. Sounds really stupid.
Just call it an X.
There's a reason all I'm saying is there's a reason subtitles are always on in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So, going back to what Aqua was saying to Terra, like, that really makes Aqua come. That doesn't really help Aqua's case with coming off as like a legitimate friend to Terra, because like she just straight up told you in his face that yeah, you'll go astray again, and like that is like she doesn't even end it on if you ever end up going like astray again, I'll be there like to guide you back. She just says no, you gotta go astray. So Terra, you are lousy, you're a loser, you're messed up. Like, she doesn't even, like...
Terra, you fat fuck.
Like, Aqua doesn't even try to, like, comfort Terra, because...
The X is like, what, a Latin letter? I forget, but that's how it's pronounced, Ki/Kai. Or Chi, or go fuck yourself.
Hearts, go fuck yourself, so is that the whole story?
In hindsight, considering that Aqua Nord has.
By the way, this scene was a lot cooler in CG compared to this.
Yeah.
But I do like this scene with Vin because of where Vin kind of just brushes their hands away because it's still treating him like a kid rather than a friend.
Yeah.
Lifeless keys used to be full of power. United with the hearts of their masters.
Behold these multiple versions of the same model that we put in here.
There's like 3 of the same Keyblade at the same frame.
Oh, some people actually like that certain Keyblades that are more powerful than others. There's bound to be.
It kind of gives credence to Union Cross's idea of everyone basically has the same like 6 Keyblades.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Sure.
Can we just take these Keyblades?
You could, yeah.
Can we just pick them up? Can we just...
Actually, that would be kind of funny if that's what they did in KH3.
Xehanort and Vanitas here will do exactly that. In like a minute.
You guys are missing all your capes. Also, your armor was a lot less colorful.
Hey guys, because the Keyblade Graveyard, more like the Keyblade Graveyard is just like one giant IKEA store for Keyblades.
Also, as Terra's running down there, Ven and Aqua are looking. It's like, Terra, why do you have an evil ass Keyblade?
And it suddenly turned nighttime. But yeah, I like that I like what they were going for, but just man, the PSP can't even touch that CG cutscene at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is not the first time in the series that they took a CG
But at the same time, it was like that one did a lot better job with it. I feel this feels kind of underwhelming in comparison.
I think it would have been nice too if they just took the CGI cutscene and add like the few, like add what they're saying to them.
I think that's exactly what Everglow did when he did his like his movie series for Birth by Sleep. He just hard inserted the secret movie and just added the voices and music underneath it.
Why was the PSP at the end? Because the DS.
Yeah.
And it was more powerful. It just didn't.
And man, it's really missing right.
Compared to Nintendo.
It's really missing right here of Xehanort just crushing Ven's head.
Crushing his head. The Keyblade would have broken here.
Yeah.
Which actually would have been a.
They missed the eye. They missed the eye. The eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
I think that's why this scene doesn't work in comparison to the like KH1 final one. It's all the fine details are missing.
They really give a much more realness to everything that's going on.
It would have been so cool to have the CGI here, and now you actually have the actual like dialogue there. Just it feels like I understand everything now.
I will imagine that on the original PSP, if they did that, that would probably been compressed to all hell.
But it, you know.
At least compared to what its original quality was.
The armors are so colorful here.
Suddenly Mickey.
Yeah.
By the way, you can totally tell the wall texture is just repeated over and over ad nauseum.
Yeah. Don't look at that.
You barely have any resolution in this story.
Also, that close-up to Terra's face has a lot less power with eyes are changing.
To actually speak in, I guess, in the favor of the cutscene, what I actually what I really like is depending on the viewpoint depending on the character you play as, you do get a different viewpoint. You do get a different viewpoint after you get after you
Boo! Why'd you take off your armor? You look best when you helmetless with the armor. Everyone looks better with that design. Like, I know why Terra has to do it because of later, but like, no.
Yeah.
You would looked better without it.
Right, time to rate the first Nording.
Welcome to an annual event called Nording.
I like that little cut of Xehanort just getting all excited.
The fuck is a Nording?
It's a secret.
Oh, you're about to find out, little boy.
You don't have to die, Terra. To put your heart and soul into someone else's body forever. You just keep doing it. It's so much fun. I can be 13 different people. You're free to try sometimes.
To fight who in Xehanort? I mean, if Demix got Norded, then I guess you could too, or...
Now this,
time to fight Ventus for a short time and then he'll disappear.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, I have my own boss fights to do.
Now, I think this boss fight is pretty okay in terms of difficulty.
You say immediately as I die.
You jinxed it, Jason. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay, nice.
Momentum dead.
I was just trying to talk about the voice fight.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here to do.
But yeah, I think the boss fight that comes after this is much fun.
Yeah, I love the moment and the reference, especially after you play Birth by Sleep Final Mix. It means a lot more, but fuck the actual fight.
Yeah. The fact that he essentially has hidden life is one of the most important things. It's like fighting freaking Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1. It's just like, why am I not... It's like the opposite in which you're hurting him, but you can't tell. Where here, you can tell you're hurting him, but then he heals it up. It's just like, motherfucker.
Also, can I just say, the fight that comes after this one is actually kind of pointless.
Yeah. Well, I was just holding out hope of like, oh, I might be able to solve this.
Yeah. Even though
one last struggle.
Yeah, even though we all know how it turns out.
We weren't fighting you.
Yeah, he's just kind of in the background. It's a pretty good line read. I like that. I mean, it's not anymore. It's all gonna be good, but.
Whoa, okay, deliberately messing with with film rules right there. You're not supposed to turn 180 degrees on a shot.
Yeah. Well, at least it's on the same person.
No, but like,
so
especially
like
because that creates disorientation. Like, that's a big no-no you're supposed to do in film.
Perhaps, but do you think it was intended?
Killed my father. No. No.
We must make more Star Wars references. More. Also, the small touch, I like how all the evil characters have that stamped in the Keyblade of some variation.
Yeah.
Mostly just building back off of what they started with Riku. Xehanort's hands are all wing. What?
Terra, take a bath, please. Smell.
Also, you get a kind of thing that I kind of miss with I look forward to in like Kingdom Hearts 3 fights, and kind of we saw with the 0.2 fights with Aqua, of just seeing master level spells.
Yeah.
Like the things you don't get to see because you're not allowed to do because you're still training or whatever.
Yes, I form a deal with Ventus, even though he's probably close to death.
Oh God, help me!
Someone help me!
Ventus is like.
The best part about all this, I don't even need to talk anymore. You guys are just doing all the talking for me.
Man, that haze makes that animation look really goofy.
Oh
Also, I think one of the weirdest things is that Xehanort does have like a command grab in this that you almost never see because he eats the tear through his HP.
Yeah.
Not quite like how you did, Patrick, but pretty similarly.
Okay, despite all the silliness of this plot,
I
I think this one scene actually kind of makes it
This
worth
is
it.
actually Nomura's favorite scene in Birth by Sleep.
You see?
I don't blame him.
Yeah, this is a really good cutscene.
Yeah. Especially with what's about to happen to Terra, I was just like, fucking called it! Like the good kind of called it, you know?
Now I'm thinking about it. What do you think Xehanort's original Keyblade looked like?
We might see in 3, considering the
since we have flashbacks.
And Xehanort just pulled a
Welcome to the first Nording, everyone!
You're all invited to the first Nording!
In this day and age, this is when...
Oh my god, okay, Jason, you just reminded me of something, so... I was... No, it's when I was in Florida, my mom decided one day we would go to this, like, this Christian, like, I don't want to say amusement park, but it was kind of like that in Florida, and...
Was a Christian
it was weird, but the line we always remember is, they have like a reenactment of the crucifixion thing, and the thing we always remember is some guy saying, "Don't miss the crucifixion." Oh my god!
Wow, that's a thing.
Also, Terra, you weren't using that Keyblade.
Micro shenanigans.
Like, nah, I like this Keyblade, so I'm just going to revert it back to its original form.
And this line read just makes it more blatant that they got a new voice actor.
And also end.
Like, I have absolutely nothing against Ansem's new voice actor, but it's just so noticeable.
It grows.
So, the Xehanort we knew all along, which is a creepy old man.
He's 80, but he looks like 20s. Doctors hate him.
One weird trick.
Can we just talk about Xehanort's plan for a minute? No, not his plan, his like end goal. I want to summon Kingdom Hearts. For what? Because I really want to see what happens.
Yeah, curiosity. One of the most dangerous things to
It is
life.
basically the for science reason. That is pretty much it.
It's time for the best line of the game. Like,
Yes,
the actual,
Why does your
like,
mind
the
still
actual
resist? Cause fuck and you.
Submits, your heart succumbs, so why does your mind resist?
Like, honestly, this
just
scene means
Rachel
way.
Wake cues up and everyone just gets chills.
Well, you.
And now we get to play as a.
Well, no, it's you get
Yay!
chills if you played the Final Mix 2. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, huh?
Dude, Rage Awakened is still pretty strong. That will give you.
Though this version isn't quite as good as.
Yeah.
And also, this boss fight fucking sucks.
I hate this.
It's really not great once he starts getting into his Dark Impulse stuff.
I can take or leave all the other boss fights. Not this one. I really hate this boss
I
fight.
like all the cinematics around it.
Like,
So this is how Lingering Will became a horrible,
Yeah,
hard boss, because you have to deal with an asshole boss.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Definitely make use of your guard pad. This is a fight that kind of requires it.
Because I just think that this boss is a perfect example of why all the extra bosses in this game suck.
Yeah.
Like, because like a lot of the bosses in the game like to stop and start, but I feel like this boss really doesn't really have any moment where it stops. It has a lot of really annoying invisibility frames, and most of its attacks come out really fast. So at this point, it is required that you just abuse all the invisibility frames that are given to you, because of your shot locks and some of some of your commands. So if you are not prepared when you come into this fight, you are really gonna feel it. I really hate this boss fight.
It's not fun.
Yeah. Eric is the kind of the wake-up call of like, you should prepare for this kind of crap.
Yeah. I love urban legend. Wow, he be leading a real less than a minute. Yeah, didn't you know Xehanort used an action? Didn't you know Xehanort used an action?
Hey, I only beat him in 4 tries, being fair.
Yeah, but Xehanort did it in 1.
Touche!
Swear to God, better not rise or death counter to 50.
I'd be quite impressed if it did.
Like, this was the boss fight that just taught me, okay, just abuse your shot clock, abuse it. This boss fight was also the reason why I come to love Sonic Shadow.
I'm still a fan of the Dark Volley myself. Again, just because all I have to do is mash X once I'm done with it.
But my problem with Dark Volley, and I guess in particular when it comes to this,
Look your Dark Volley. I have my Dark Volley.
because I don't feel like all my projectiles of Dark Volley actually hit, whereas with where I get the opposite feeling with Sonic Shadow. Plus I'm also invisible, and in the air we can't touch me. So take that, Xandor.
I've never found a consistent way to evade that meteor attack. Not that one, but the one where he shoots out multiples.
Yeah, I'm about to say it got me.
I'm just trying to avoid him.
The tension and allow the audience to enjoy the
Rage Awakening.
We don't want this to last more than an hour, so we're just letting him focus.
Again, this is it's like, what's that move? I've never learned that. And that's yeah, that is not the Kingdom Hearts 2 version.
My lingering well instincts just come in, block it.
It's real fair. It's real fair. Not that attack though. That's kind of unfair, but it's fair what your reaction was. Also, that's a great mission statement. But take back your body. You don't hear that often, but it kind of gets you hyped.
Hopper.
And this fight is the epitome of just guard and counter, guard and counter.
It's basically the cage.
Yeah, this is
second fight on crack.
Another reason why I don't like this boss fight is because, like, this final boss fight for Terra is the one boss fight that accomplishes nothing.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of the story, fight Terra in order to get back to body, even though in the end you know what happens.
Yep.
Even though we
I'm
know
fine
what
with
happens.
pointless boss fights, but
Yeah, like even though we know what happens to Vin and Aqua, at least the boss fight actually do accomplish something.
Yeah, like Vanitas, you stop Vanitas, but
like I'm fine with the pointless boss fight. I just would wish that the fight didn't revolve around you just guarding, countering, and then healing when something stupid comes out.
Hey, Pat, you got a wombo combo. That's all you need to do is happy feet.
How can you
That ain't Falco.
Mango Nation.
Fox McCloud. Mango Nation. Fox McCloud.
Wow.
God.
Got so caught up with Mango Nation that you just died.
20XX ain't happening, man.
I did see that tweet of the me fighter.
Believe in the 20XX that believes in you. Did you just see it, Jason?
I'm not sure if he saw it. I think he might have just been reacting.
No, Jason, go to my Twitter. Go to my media tab.
Okay, hang on.
Kind of weird. This is technically one of those boss fights of you fighting the player character or fighting your a clone character.
But it really sucks.
This one, yeah, because like most of them, usually, like I think the ones I usually like are the ones where you don't have a
Don't die, Jason. Don't die.
Too late. You're looking at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
That moment when you get a Smash Brothers cross during Lagan reference.
Any person who says that line is doomed to die.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Simon did fine.
Well, that's because Simon is like it's a one character per rule. The origin dies. That's what it is.
Well, yeah. Does that mean we're gonna kill Fox?
Well, considering Fox's nerfs in Ultimate. Well,
dead.
considering Fox's nerfs in Ultimate, maybe. Oh yeah.
Oh god, imagine if this, if Terra Nord had your renewal
Oh,
block.
fuck that!
Oh, yeah, screw that, man.
I was just thinking, like, if he actually had, like,
Oh god, oh god, oh god, I need to get away. I need Kira to be back, please, help me. Oh god! Nah!
Oh, wait, what? No,
you need to block. Oh no.
Oh, damn.
You were right there. I think we can still use it. Never mind. Man, season 3 started off strong.
That sort of joke sounds straight out of old SpongeBob. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
And dead again.
How can you be
It's like
dead
that.
if you have no heart?
It's like, oh, how did you put that beard on? I don't think you want to know.
That took me a few seconds to figure out, like, oh god!
Where'd you get the glue? I don't think.
Yeah, it was about like halfway through the intro that I clicked, like, oh god!
And he did all that in 15 minutes.
It's like, how did people not? How did people not notice?
The thing he said, I don't think that was a glue. I instantly got us. Oh.
No, my poor thing is, how did people not notice him?
I think they were playing attention because they just thought it was Cloud being Cloud.
He's charging it.
Oh no, if I'm gonna be honest here, if I had to actually spot a negative about Machine Bridge, I actually do miss season 1 better where you get Cloud
No, Cloud is charging his limit, if you know what I mean.
Yep, he's getting that finishing touch ready.
I feel like an Ultimate stream is just gonna devolve into us making sex innuendos for every single fighter at some point.
I mean,
listen, Patrick,
we are on the internet. It's half our purpose.
Hey, we already did one for Piranha Plant, smash weed.
But we also have to come up with Fizzbell, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
You wanna know what video I discovered? You wanna know what video I discovered today? I discovered Weed Louise.
Oh yes, yes.
No, it's just like Kill Up Kill, but with
but everyone is Snoop Dogg.
I discovered that today. I just went, Oscar, I'm really impressed.
Alright.
I don't know if that sounds as
Jason,
impressive as
I need to know.
somebody
Give me
made
a link or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's as impressive as somebody like made one when 4 kids got Kill and Kill.
Oh yeah, I love
The hot dog.
Anime got 4 kids.
I mean, it's not the first time I've been impressed with the meme video. Another time was.
Well, I mean, hell, the trumpet boy for Pokemon Gen 3 rival battle is pretty damn good.
Neon Genesis Evangelia 4 Kids song. Just
Oh,
saying.
God.
Daddy loves CJ. Daddy loves CJ. Get as the robot.
I already love this thumbnail.
There's also Steam Hams Inc. I'm really impressed
Yeah.
with that video.
And that's another death.
Steam Hams. Aww.
Have you never seen Steam Hams Inc?
Does it have to do with Feel Good Inc?
I'm actually really scared that we're going to get to 50 deaths now.
Oh, yes, it was. You're right on the money, Alexandra.
Just Feel Good. Oh, I mean, when I hear Inc, something Inc, the first thing I think is gorillas.
No, but here's the thing, it's my favorite of the Steam Hams meme because I was like, I'm really impressed that you pulled this off.
Urban, we are not going to go all the way back to Neverland. That's 2 fights we've got to do again. No.
We got stuck in our hell, so we need to finish it.
Terra's a big, strong man. He don't need no belief.
But he does need a body.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why Leap Racer ain't working. Need a body.
It requires one body.
One body, please.
Oh, man. And then Xehanor's like, wait, no! No, Xehanor, one body, please.
My man.
Avalanche Knuckles.
Avalanche Knuckles, motherfucker.
I'm really glad that I've watched as much Shit Bridge as I have before I started to really get into Final Fantasy VII. Now I can just insert all those characters' voices onto everything.
Yeah. Yes, I guess.
Even the more
he
serious
loses his soul to the armor, which is relevant for KH3 and boss fights. So I guess that's the payoff.
Also, because I know that the voice actor for Cloud has the same voice actor for Midoriya in my hero. Sometimes I can't help, but sometimes I can't help but Magic Cloud as a Midoriya my hero.
Okay. I think what's funny is that someone's comment was on the most recent episode was, I wonder if Cloud's voice actor took a second to notice the fact that his character was punching something really hard and hurting himself, and questioned what script he was reading.
Might be in the bloopers.
Quite possible. I'm always so excited for the bloopers.
Because that's instead of the season 1 blooper when Taco
I've had copious amounts of
he just he had like 8 takes on that thing because that line broke him because he was laughing too hard every time he read it.
Him and Purple Eyes definitely own that of just, I can't get past this one line. Except Purple Eyes was all of his lines.
Not forget the best blooper lines. Hey, I forgot! Grandma wanted me to tell you she's making soup
Fuck
tonight.
yeah! You see, my favorite one from the FMA blooper reel is still go ahead, fuck him up.
I loved usually looked at the Kill la Kill blooper reel. That's one of my personal favorite was.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's like you expect me to have some vague recollect your face.
I mean, at least in the SAO bloopers, they acknowledge that they're in a very shitty Harlem anime. So.
And then one of my other favorites. Welcome back, Mr. Mikizuki! Matt Mercer's character jumps out. Gangbang, bitches!
Hello, bloopers.
Yeah. I still love that old Thundercats blooper line. Just Lion-O's voice actor losing it at how stupid everything he's trying to read is.
I still like the old Lion King bloopers. Just James Earl Jones practicing Mufasa. It's like,
Oh, has
I missed Pixar.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, realistically, that would be a hell of a lot of work to have to render all that shit. But like,
here's the thing. There was like, if you go on to Toy Story 2 DVD, somebody went in the like unused animation thing, animated the entire thing where the car leaves during when she loved me to just come back and run over the boss. That's on the official. That's on the official DVD. I'm not even thinking.
Hey Patrick. Wait. Hey Patrick. Hey, you better hurry up and do this, because
Irvin's making more threats.
Yeah, if your death count reaches 50, you go donate $500.
Wait, I would think it would be under if it was under 50, because that's like more incentive to win.
But Patrick, you don't want it.
True, very true.
Oh, it's still lingering in the Toy Story 2. Oh my god!
Well, I know, Clifford Chapman, the voice of Bakugo, had some My Hero Academia bloopers on the Twitter. Did anybody see them?
No.
I didn't.
These official posts. I've seen some of the little stuff that they did, especially around the climax of the Hideout Raid arc.
Oh, just freaking hold my hand already. It's not like I like you anymore.
Baka!
I did see that one, yeah.
Okay, if Jason didn't see, I need to find out and show ya.
Yeah, definitely.
Please do.
Heal.
Right this down the gift train is far. Give me next week. I should be able to sue. Urban's like, I don't want to play on my guy.
This is an easy fight, so.
How long have we been at this?
A little bit. Half hour.
At this point, I'm probably going to need to go soon.
I'm trying to finish it.
For a really dirty reason, I got animated to catch up on before I go to bed.
Oh yeah, did you hear Toonami is gonna be working with the I don't know, an anime studio or something, but they're gonna be making a Blade Runner anime. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, I read about that. They're teaming Crunchyroll and Adult Swim are teaming up to make a Blade Runner anime, and they have some really cool people behind. They have some really cool people behind the project. Hang on, let me go get that news article because I was really impressed.
Okay, Telmer's being a pain when I'm trying to find the clip because for some reason half of my tags are deleted. Ugh.
For a second there, I thought for some reason, I know Xehanort was warping for a second there, it looked like he clipped through the floor.
Yeah, here we go. Adult Swim and Crunchyroll are joint forces with Alcon Television Group, a division of Alcon Entertainment, to produce and distribute a new anime series called Blade Runner Black Lotus. Shinji,
the robot? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Aramaki from Appleseed, and Kenji Kamiyama from Listener Cello Complex will direct all the episodes of the season, and Shinichiro Watanabe from Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Sefu will be a creative producer.
Cool. So Xehanort, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Comboing canon into another Ultimate Cannon?
Breathe.
That face.
And I guess while the release date for the new Blade Runner show has not yet been announced, Adult Swim will air the English dubbed episodes on its Toonami programming block. Meanwhile, Crunchyroll will handle worldwide streaming, so you should be able to watch it no matter what.
Oh, so.
Okay, I couldn't find the Tumblr post, but I found the Twitter post, so it has like a thread. So yeah, there you go. My first.
You were going to say, Alexandra?
I completely lost my train of thought, honestly.
Oops.
Did you really think that fire would stop him?
Maybe.
I think. Oh yeah, Pat, look at this way. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be Johnny with Ursula.
Kind of turn it into that at this point.
Here we thought Zach was the wall.
He wasn't so much a wall, he was just a awakening. Like, wake
he
up
awakened to the rage.
Origin.
We need fire! Where's the handsome devil?
Playing too much character action games because every time I see a move end, I want to hit the taunt button, even when I'm watching Pat play. Like, why aren't you taunting to keep up your style meter? I have a problem right now.
Really?
The same thing with like watching a DMC Devil May Cry playthrough, and I'm just like, why aren't you taunting? Oh wait, that
doesn't exist. There is no taunting. There is only him screaming "fuck you."
He even yell at that often.
That's totally
just one cutscene. I mean, he yells at some other times.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know,
obviously,
but it's deadpan, so it's sort of
Get out of there.
get Terra, you should have gone with Lingering Will. I call it Lingering Nort.
Why go for Lingering Will if he's kicking the shit out of Lingering Will?
Yeah, which really raises the question, what if Sora took on Terra Nort in this state? Oh god.
Terranor,
Kingdom
stop!
Hearts 1?
He's already dead.
Yes. My answer to that is yes. Just yes.
Big dumb meeting.
Oh, I timed that hella wrong!
Uh-oh.
Meteors. Everybody hates the meteors.
I hate those ones especially because I'm not sure how you actually avoid them.
Well, speaking of hating meteors,
Especially because Terra Nord teleports around, so you can't really rely on the shot luck to get the invincibility frames.
hey. Or
And it's, I mean, the song title, Rage Awakened, really
Yep.
is appropriate though.
how many times we have to learn this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
Come on. It's mainly when we get on to phase 2
Urban,
onwards.
don't. Urban, don't. Don't.
I am finding that pick of Sora getting punched right now.
Remembering that you're gonna have to fight this boss again is Aqua. Not as bad because he certainly doesn't have his meteor attack, but he still has the same annoying pattern.
Hey Sophie. Caleb, the chat.
49! Come on, do it. Do it.
I love
Pretty
this.
good.
You seen it before?
It's so pure.
How isn't he doing anything? Why isn't he doing anything?
Just standing there, it's like, are you gonna do something or did the AI just break?
Okay, just keeps me completely out of wind.
Urban! Urban!
Oh
Urban.
no!
Urban, don't you
Don't.
dare!
Don't even
Don't.
do it.
Don't!
Don't.
Urban. Do I need to get my
Don't.
stick?
Don't do it.
I have this GIF on standby. I have it on standby.
If it happens, no one actually reacts because that's what he wants. Austin, for
Do
fuck's
not
sake.
encourage him.
You guys are a bad influence.
I encourage you, people.
Kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness, just like my parents taught me.
And that's how Deku defeats the main villain.
He kills him with his ultimate attack called Kindness. It's a really big punch.
That's so kind. So let me get this straight. The United States of Smash. So let me get this straight. The United States of Smash is just a big kindness punch.
No, that's what
The
they
peace sign. That's what it is. Peace sign. Sort of got it back because it becomes a thing. So.
I feel like Hirokoshi's a bit more aware than to do something like that. Like, he's gonna do cliches all up the wall too, but he's aware of what he's doing.
I would also
Okay.
say that, I would also say that he
Okay,
was
okay,
afraid
that was
because
$1. That was $1. That was $1.
But he's sending threats more.
I'm gonna do it. Set $1.
Where is it? Where is it? I'm ready for you. Do it, you coward!
Really? Really fast?
Well, thank you, Mario fan. Even though this is not my stream, it's we do stream.
52! You see, what if I was kidding about bringing it back to you? Then what? Mind gamed!
What a weird situation that we put in!
You gypped out $500!
I put in a weird situation that we put in. Just like imagine, imagine this conversation. So you're the other day, guys, put into a weird situation. What do you mean, Patrick? So if somebody was threatening me, oh no!
By giving me money!
With money. What do you mean? Like they were trying to pay you to do something you didn't want to do? No, he just really wanted to give me money, and I kept telling him no. I mean, how much are we talking? $400? $500!
It's not 400, it's 500.
Urban wants to have mod ship if you keep the $500.
And he'll never leave.
Wait, mod ship?
As in to become a mod.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like, you know, romance shipping. Like what?
Listen. I say that Urban has.
Sophie.
I know on concept we make a great couple, but don't get it.
TP, guys.
Listen. I say that Urban has earned the right to co-commentate one time during one of your streams.
I mean, he's gonna be doing it with Danganronpa anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He funded the whole damn thing essentially.
My man, Urban. Here we go.
This is what happens when Urban's in the chat, everybody. This is a normal occurrence.
Pat, did you break the AI? Did he take?
Just don't question it! Don't question it!
So I went to be in which call. You can't say no if you keep the 500.
Oh! Say that!
Ancient pattern.
Sophie, you jinxed it!
I regret nothing.
Aww.
Everyone's confused in chat and catching up like, what is going on?
I have church tomorrow.
I have church tomorrow too. I'm gonna be staying up late on Proton Dog.
I don't, but I have to go.
Cameraman was a little bumpy there.
Well, I don't have.
Cameraman's like, I'm stuck on the wall. There is no wall. It's invisible.
You're like, wee! Bouncy!
This rate, we're all getting tired of meteorites.
Yes. Terra, why did you have to invest in Earth? And darkness? And space Earth?
It's Earth.
Earth. Welcome to Earth.
Let me see if I can find something entertaining.
Oh wait, hang on. I know where I can read. Hang on. It's something I found on Twitter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There we go. Find it.
Yeah, that's another dead run. That's why I wanted to do Terra last, but you guys made me have to do him first.
If I say the death, if I say the death count is going to end in 100 tonight, will that actually jinx it?
That's probably.
Why is the advice just, oh, you can block that
You ever notice when we were talking?
If you just time the good block.
No, when we talked about something else, he does something. When we talked about something else related to Kingdom Hearts, he do good. Isn't that the case with Bray and Ericus? So guys, Q&A.
If I show this fight to my KH friend fanatic, he's going to probably freak out in how many times you failed to utilize something, because that's what he did when he saw you do the Zaldin
I mean, he's
fight.
probably just gonna mostly be disappointed that you don't have what's it once more.
Literally, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and I showed him the clip, and he literally just gave me the controller and showed me how it's done.
And so what? That's rude. That's rude to bad.
See me in Ultimate.
That's the way it was.
Play me in my game.
Well, it was comical.
I guess still when it's still in Smash. It's still. Do you think we can still use that?
See me in Ultimate.
As long as Smash is around, I just. Unless Smash suddenly disappears from existence, I think it still has some application.
But there will still be melee. Smash will disappear, but there's still melee.
Urban, neither. Don't.
Why does the boss get the flash step and you just have to dodge with the shitty flash?
Cause it's a boss. This is a JRPG boss, that's why.
Oh, the energy is going down in this.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So much energy they talk about
this is so much, like I said, guys, Q&A, please. This is our minds.
Let me try to look at...
It's especially for me, I just hate how he can also heal. Like, that's one of the big things I really hate about this fight.
It's like I kind of said, like, the heal kind of just invisible health bars. It just kind of annoys you as a player because you're just like, how dare you heal? My progress
like I
is
said, it might as
disappearing.
well just be invisible health bars at this point.
Exactly what I mean.
It's like
Because he has queued out 3 heals, I believe, through that fight.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he essentially always has that amount of health. It just lies to you by what it shows you.
Okay. I don't know if I retweeted this comic on Twitter, but I don't know if
Everyone click off the stream and go look at this comic on Twitter.
Seriously, my Tumblr tag is... Yeah, Tumblr's broken again.
When was it ever fixed?
I'm trying to use the tags to find my old stuff, and some of them aren't even there.
Jojo, Nagito and Kokichi are interesting for different reasons, so I don't think they're very comparable.
Yeah, it's like... I like the characters, but it's kind of hard to do it because some people take those characters the wrong way.
You got lucky with that last meteor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Okay, we're in the final phase at this point.
Don't!
Cut the tension with the keyblade.
My life into pieces.
This is my last resort. Okay, real quick, what am I supposed to do when he does the ult mechanic? Cause...
Run away.
Okay, just straight up run.
Because it seems to have a hitbox, and it only moves so far.
Okay, I found what I was looking
Oh, I heard
for.
the fact that Pikachu's rated PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's allowed to say 1 fuck.
Oh no, it's on Twitter. It's just the Twitter thing that was linked.
So Gay Grumps tweeted this out. Twitter. It's Clifford the big red dog and Kaiju.
Clifford the big red dog and Kaiju. That is
Yeah.
hell.
And I found this Twitter thread that where this guy broke it down for science. It's not long, so I can read the whole thing. If we're going to venture into the kaiju versus Dai kaiju territory, he certainly fits the definition of the former. But whether he counts as a Dai kaiju or larger monster is trickier. Based purely on size, Clifford is 25 feet tall, or about 7.6 meters. That puts him way down the lower end of the scale. 1945 Godzilla, the smallest of the King's forms is 50 meters, and Gamera, thought of as a bit smaller than the Big G, is 60 meters in the 90s trilogy. But Hisai Gamera puts us in an odd space because there are Gaios forms in the Guardian of the Universe that are about 10 meters. I would definitely consider the Dai Kaiju impressed. If you think you could make the argument that a kaiju / Dai Kaiju has to have some giant of monstrous quality, some destructive or unnatural tendencies. Otherwise, noble animals like larger dinosaurs or whales might be tossed into the mix. But given that Clipper is one, not far from a Gaios in his side Gamera, which I consider fully right, and two, vastly larger than a dog in an unnatural way, I would consider him a kaiju. He wouldn't last long in a battle, but he gets a participation ribbon.
I thought you said that would be short.
Well, it helped pass the time.
I'm sorry,
Should I read the ingredients of a Hershey's milk chocolate bar?
I'm sorry, I kind of dazed out of that because I was too tired. Find something to read then.
If that's
so, are you saying you aren't riveted by the finer details of kaijus?
Kaiju, the plural of kaiju is kaiju.
That's really simple.
It's like the plural of challenge. Chow!
No, it's kind of silly.
Oh, it's
Stop reaching this computer, punch you!
It would wake me up.
Wipe it off! Wipe it off! Me right now.
Oh, actually, is it time to leak to Steve and Gunner shit post?
Yeah,
Save me! Oh, my name! Save me from
Wipe it off!
That's why I want to wake up. Oh, I come up to save me.
Kinda sad that the doll's voice is actually pretty hard to do, because then we could just be making an ensemble of the main party saying dumb things.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you can make the noises, but can you actually talk?
I think that's more.
No, guys, guys.
Okay, please stop with that.
The Donald Duck voice. We just need to get clips of his Don Cheadle voice from DuckTales.
Yeah.
I do remember I do remember the time where I read a Shakespearean poem in Amy's voice for a voice exercise.
Interesting.
That actually reminds me. I remember one time in drama class, my teacher decided just for fun, she wanted to see who could do like the most evil laugh, and I won by a landslide. Because like the thing is, I wasn't even trying that hard because everybody was trying way too hard. And when they asked me how I did it, I looked at them and go, "God, it sounds like a freak. It sounds like a freak."
He's a super freak.
Freak.
That's why he's freaking. That's why he's freaking.
I can tell the story of this Stubbles. Yeah. Alright. Fine. Gather around, children. Buckle up, because we're going in for a bumpy
Hold on.
ride. Back
Real
down.
quick. Okay. Get away from me!
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Well, yeah, he has my body, so very much bad touch.
Fine, you can keep the body, just leave me alone.
I don't need it anymore.
I'm okay to talk now.
I have ship post, hang on. Ship post incoming. It is in chat. Enjoy.
Let's go into everybody's least favorite place, 7th grade. Some background. I went to a very small Catholic school. one class per grade. We were as large as 19 kids. Everybody knew each other. Basically, every teacher was insisting that we're the best and most special class in the school, and that everybody loves having us. The longstanding 7th grade teacher, Miss O'Harry, decided to retire in the summer of 2018. I mean, the school has to finally find a new teacher in the upcoming year. New teacher in the school in like a while, since we're getting the best class. It's viewed as a big deal. For August, we got a letter announcing Miss Stubbles. And then it came with a list of books to pick for the summer reading. We have all the information we had.
And the crowd got silent. Okay, I would say we'll quiet for a second.
Hold on. So, I'm sorry, but... Okay, better now.
Proceed.
Don't you know the best way to deal with tension is to have someone just distract you?
The first day of class, she seemed nice enough, very ditzy, I guess. It was very easy for her to get off topic while talking. She constantly paced around the room, never staying in one spot for longer than a second, complaining she had restless leg syndrome. Which, like, I'm sure she did, but she was in the middle of a class introducing herself and went on a 20-minute tangent about a restless leg syndrome without anyone prompting her. It was almost like you can see her scattered thoughts flying across her head.
Yes!
I told you guys! Don't talk about it!
We are free.
We are the champions, my friends.
I didn't even get to the crazy part of the story.
We did, however, get to the point of Alexandra posting Silva Gun remixes, so...
Yeah, that's the point where you realize I've lost my mind.
So, yeah, there's the cape. We can't even really appreciate it in all its stupidity because...
Can't even make fun of the cape. Can't even make fun of the cape because we're too tired.
Okay, you know what?
Lingering Will
okay,
forget standing up.
Get delete Mexico. I think screw you, Terra North is a better raid message.
Yeah. And then the world exploded. The end.
You know, if I knew this was gonna happen, I should have brought out the Mrs. Stubble story a lot earlier.
And then he got temporary amnesia. Bye-bye.
Well,
no, seriously, guys, that's what happens.
Don't get amnesia.
And that's everything that you...
I said, and then he got temporary amnesia.
And now that entire fight is pointless.
Alright. See, no wonder Terra Nord can't continue. No wonder Lingering Will can't continue on. He's as tired as us.
Gotta rest for 10 years.
Okay. So if we want to use delete Mexico as a raid message, I know we don't usually raid Proton Jump, but Proton Jump probably would get a laugh out of that.
How about this? Instead of delete Mexico, delete Terra Nord.
Delete Terra Nord,
delete
yes.
Mexican Terra Nord.
Delete Mexican Terra Nord, even better.
Delete Mexican Terra Nord.
Now to actually talk it down, let me actually talk about something. That scenery of Lingering Will laying down the ground as Kingdom Hearts shines above it is actually pretty nice scenery.
No, a lot of the visuals in the cinematics for the story is pretty good. It's just the boss fights are just kind of meh.
Should I save
don't you fucking do it!
No. Should I save the Mr. Stubble story for the next wall, or should I just post it in the chat? Just for the
I'll set this right after we get saved by a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I'd say save
Okay.
the next wall.
Okay, I'm posting a simple and clean Sanctuary remix, but it just did like a weird 360 thing in my headphones, and that just freaked me out. It's like, whoa, sensory experience.
Alright, so that was Terra.
Fuck this boss. Fuck.
So, what do you think of this story, everyone?
Terra does a lot of dumb shit.
Terra, idiot.
Okay, I'll do that.
Terra is an idiot.
Out of all of them, the most idiotic. Even though I'm sure he cares about people, but...
Right.
This was not worth the pain.
Yeah.
I care about these friends that I had, like...
Terra... Oh, Well, you know, I can't believe I missed out all these years. But listen, Terra, I think Terra really needs a better support group.
The more active support group.
Because you can also kind of point it down to the fact that Ericus and Aqua didn't really know how to help Terra. The only thing they knew how to do was to tell her that darkness sucks.
I mean, Ericus.
I just thought about a terrible ride to do with the evil queen for Snow White. Like, magic mirror, I'm a witch. You're gonna listen to me now. Don't be my bitch.
Actually, when I think about with Ericus, ensuring the whole darkness is bad, it's kind of shunning Terra ineffectively. So it's like,
yeah, Ericus is also at fault here. Trust me.
Oh yeah. I hate it.
He just would not tell anybody anything.
I hate it.
Lesson of the day is fuck Terra Nort.
Yes.
I also feel like, in terms of story, I think Terra's story suffers the most from I learned something new about the end of the world. Too bad I would never carry that with me.
And even then, he doesn't learn that much.
And even Jumbo laughs at it.
well, hi, Crocodile. You
Friendship
served as
is
a Deus
fucking
Ex
dumb.
Machina. He was literally a Deus Ex Machina. Kodo Miyaki, Kyoto Hirari, Akaro Yoshida.
Yeah, like a character who actually gets a redemption.
And also,
I like you.
I guess just to go on the just to jump on the in defense of Terra from a gameplay perspective. Outside of grinding, whenever I play as Terra, I never really use Terra's dash attack as a dodging mechanic. Because
Sonic Impact sucks.
Yeah, because Aqua and Ventus are just much better at dodging dodging than Terra would ever be. So I'm more so I always use them much more as a movement option, because Terra is all about strength. So I always kind of treated him like the glass cannon, where I